Reach, maybe it will. Nope. What's it about? Whatever. We'll be fine. We'll be fine for a little bit. Welcome, Discord raid. Hair looks crazy because I have to do it. We're gonna use my beach waver. Now that I got the hang of it. Welcome in, everybody. I did want to do a new background, but I ran out of time. Maybe I'll just whip something up really quick. Let me see. I think we're oh no, oh no. That's pretty simple. That'll work. They are swapping out. I'll make something better another time. Let me airdrop. Airdrop this. There's better. Satan UTI. Are you like Satan's UTI? Like Satan is got the burnies. Oh shoot, did it? Hold on. It won't let me pin the new goal. Anyhow. Let's see if I can do this without burning the cord. Should I go over or under? I'm gonna burn myself today. Not intentionally, TikTok, not intentionally. By oopsies. All right. I hope everyone is having a great day. Let's keep bopping the screen. I got the hang of this, y'all. Hi, Midnight. I'm excited for your live today. Hi, Robbie. Oops. Oh no, I accidentally turned it off. Small sections. Ooh. Anyhow, we are having like perpetual just raininess over here. No, I didn't see that. What's wrong, Marina? Why sad face? I don't know if this background's gonna upset them enough, but we're gonna try. That does suck is like I have like a system and I always go on this side to this side. And then this side is always a little less curled than this side because it gets like super hot by then. So like logically you would say just go to the other side first. And then I would tell you I can't do that. I physically cannot do that. Hi, Joy. Because I thrive with structure. Today was day 2 of my little, we're gonna call her because I don't know if her mom wants her name on the internet, so we're gonna call her my little goon turn. My little goon turn. Literally like this has got to be the best like summer gig for any kid. All the cats and stuff. So try your best not to. Damn it, Darren. If you think Ice is doing a good job, then please request. All right, I know I said everyone needs to do 5 to 10 shares, and we only had 17 shares. What is that about? What's happening? Let me also do my shares. If you're already in this room, I apologize. We're in trouble? Oh, y'all are in trouble. Yes. Yes, you guys are in trouble. If you come through the border, you spelled border wrong. And you are incorrect. Literally what you said was wrong. Imagine being married to an ICE agent. Ew. Imagine thinking you're like the love of your life is an ICE agent. Ew. All right, let's check on the Twitchies. Joy and Parkers, let's go. Don't make me bring out Albina or Pepina or Pepbina. Let's check on the YouTubes. We got Chris, we got Parkers and Joy over on YouTube. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Did I already share the lip combo? No, I did not. The lip liner is one from Buxom. I'll have to go grab it in a second, but the lip gloss is just Bare Minerals lip gloss balm in the shade Enchantment. It was like a holiday collection thing, but you could probably find any like clear gloss with like super, super fine gold glitter. Thank you, Satan. My eyeshadow is just one of my Stila liquid shadows. It's like, I forget the name of it, but it's a pink one. And then I put that Houdini glitter on top. It's a good time. It's a good time. You know, I do think it's interesting how some of y'all really love Albina and some of you guys really love Pepina. And I can't help but notice that you guys really, I would say are kind of close-minded because you're either one or the other. Oh, I don't know if other people have noticed, but lots of people are doing fundraisers for Brett. I'll be doing my fundraising live tomorrow from 4 to 6, but I will be donating 50% of the proceeds to any Etsy order in my Etsy shop until Sunday. So if you order one sticker, if you order, I put up some new Mal merch, 50% of the proceeds. So that is an option. Have I tried smiling? Lena's number 1, but Alvina's number 2. That's fair. I can't believe there's not a single person that thinks that we shouldn't care about the ice raids because there's nobody in requests. Unless, like, I don't know, maybe my requests are accidentally off, but I'm pretty sure they're on. So maybe they're just scared. That's okay. Do you want me to read you a bedtime story? I do want to point out that for those of you guys that are oh my gosh, those of you guys that are going to hang out with your friends this weekend on Saturday, Things I would recommend. Wearing all black if you can. Covering your tattoos. Impact goggles. Impact goggles are very useful, especially tactical ones. Obviously bring snacks, bring beverages. You never know who around you might get like, because I don't know, when I'm outdoors, sometimes like a leaf flies in my eye. So you never know who around you might have a leaf or something fly into their eye, and then they need to like, you know, oh my God, I just burned my ear. Need to rinse it out. So you can do that obviously with bottled water, but bonus points, sterile saline wash. Usually it comes in like a little squeezy bottle and everything. Very useful for washing out twigs and stuff from your eyes. Oh, I can't believe I burned my ear. I share her. Oof. No, they actually don't recommend milk anymore for spicy stuff. Another thing that's super useful, because you just never know, like if you have friends that are clumsy, I'm super clumsy. So one thing you can get is you can get those ice packs that are like instant ice packs that you just pop and they get super cold. Those are useful in case like you guys are playing sport or something, you know, and one of you guys gets hit with something, get hits with a ball or, you know, you can ice it. Oh, thank you, Trisha, for sending a sub. So that would be super useful. I don't know, man. I don't know about this.
Yo. Should you care about the ICE raids? So do you think also like the police should be abolished and all of that?
Is that what the...
Well, I'm just asking because that's what you guys usually say.
I'd rather just stay to the point. Or are you incapable?
Sure.
Okay.
Why is everyone saying that I'm MAGA? I didn't even vote for Trump. I don't like Trump. Everyone here just assumes shit because they're dumb.
No, it's because you haven't said anything.
Okay, well, why do you think that ICE is so doing everything wrong like they
I never
should?
said they were. The question is, should you care about the ICE raids? So you're supposed to come up and say whether or not we should care about the ICE raids.
Not really. Nope.
Okay, why not?
Because they're illegal immigrants. They broke the law. Why should I care?
What about the people that aren't undocumented? What about the people that are getting scooped up that are American citizens or people on visas?
Well, that sucks, but I haven't seen any proof of that. But if it does happen, that's bad. So I agree.
So because that's happening, shouldn't that be a reason why people should care? Do you know anyone that's an immigrant?
Do I know the actually?
Or do you
Yeah.
live in one of those uncultured towns?
One of those uncultured towns.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
a town without culture. A town of just white people.
You're saying white people don't have culture?
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting.
What is white American culture?
What is white American culture?
Yeah.
I mean, food, art, music.
Okay. What food, what art, what music?
What food, what art, what music?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just things that were brought from the European immigrants that came here.
Oh no, that's European culture. I'm talking about white American culture.
Okay, but the white Americans are a bunch of Europeans from a bunch of different cultures who
So do you want to be called European?
who collectivized and created a new culture. I don't know why we're talking about this. I don't really care.
Do you want to be called European then? I can call you a European American. That's fine.
Sure.
We're talking about this because I asked if you live in one of those uncultured towns, and you said white people don't have culture. And
No,
said,
there's
"What is
lots
white
of
culture?"
there's lots of Mexican food over here. I love
So,
Mexican food.
That's interesting. You love Mexican food, but you think that they should get deported.
Yeah, the legal ones. I'm cool with deporting white people too, if they're like European or something, and they don't have their papers. But that's just like more rare.
Do you think it's more rare, or do you think ICE raids aren't targeting the white people?
I don't know.
Because how do you do an ICE raid on white people when a good chunk of the raid is racial profiling? Or do you disagree that it's not racial profiling?
I don't really care.
So why did you request if you don't really care?
Because I think it's funny.
Okay. I like laughing. Tell me why it's funny.
Because it is. I mean, the majority of them are actually illegal, and you're defending that. Or your side does.
No one's illegal on stolen land.
I knew you'd say that. The land isn't stolen though. You know that Mexico sold the land to us, right?
Mexico sold the entire United States to us.
No, not all of us, or not all of it, but a good portion of it was sold.
What about the rest of it?
It was colonized.
What does that mean?
I know what colonization is. We don't need to define every single thing that we talk about. All right.
Well, I'm trying to baby step you to realizing that colonization.
Listen, if you're gonna make me look stuff up, we're not gonna do that. All right. I'm just gonna call you a slur. Okay, we don't do that around here.
Okay. So call me a slur.
No, I'm just joking. Have a good day, though.
All right. It was right. It was definitely right. Yeah. I wanted to, you guys know I love laughing. I wanted to laugh. That's why I wanted him to tell me what was so funny. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. I contemplated taking a nap, but you know, I'm just so glad that I did not take a nap so that I could experience that. Changed my life. You about to grill steak? That's awesome. You binge watch Handmaids? I haven't watched it since I think the second season because the moment that I have to like wait like a year for something to come back, interest is lost. Oh, I got a first time chatter over on Twitch. Is this a bot? Illegal immigrants are deported across the globe. LOL. They left. They left is delusional. Oof. And a four dot ellipsis. Or ellipses. I forget. I don't know how to say that right. Spanish was my first language. I blame everything on that. Ooh.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right.
Uh-oh. Oh, I do have the curler on my I do have it on my showcase, but I can tag it here. I really didn't want to like it. I really didn't.
Why not?
Because like I already have a Dyson Airwrap and I have a curling wand and like I have all the things, that I should be able to just like get it together. But I actually really liked I really liked it. Like it, and I like how it like shows the next day and I don't have to put hairspray and stuff. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Is this person? Why are they here?
I'm just waiting for you guys to finish your little conversation. I didn't want to interrupt.
Why does it have to be our little conversation?
Because that's what I said.
But why does it have to be that? I'm asking a question.
I mean, it didn't seem like it was about anything super important.
I mean, but isn't that in the eye of the beholder?
Well, yeah, you guys would be the beholder. I'm not the I'm not the one who's in that conversation, so it's little to me.
Okay, but
I also pinned. I also added the Stila shadow that I'm using. The pink one is the shade Daring, and then I also put the glitter thing that I have on too, just for shits and gigs.
Shiggles. Hi Isaiah, what would you like to add to this conversation?
I guess I don't think it depends on who you're asking on if they should care about the ice raids. I would ask what is your reason or expectation for native born Americans to care about this? Like, why should we care?
I never said if you should or shouldn't.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm asking you. Like, I care about people and I want the best for people, but why should I care about what's happening to them?
Did I misspeak,
Okay.
Ren?
No.
Oh.
So basically what you're saying is no one should care?
No, I'm asking like what is.
He's asking the question back, which is like,
Well,
that's not the point of this.
It's not necessarily that. I'm saying is being the precondition that I do care about people, and the way you phrase the question is implying that the ice raids are a negative thing. What is happening to these people when they get taken that is so bad that I should care about?
Well, the fact that you say that you care about people but you don't know, that means you don't care about people.
I'm trying to find out, so I should know like why I should care, because I haven't really read too much about it.
Do you think taking children out of the foster care system and deporting them to a country where they know nobody, do you think that's a good idea?
I mean, if you know the American foster care system, they might be better off in that other country.
In shackles?
I mean,
What's that
are they?
Brendan Fraser movie? Maybe one of you guys will remember. Ugh, I can't remember, with Alicia Silverstone when the parents go in, they're like in a bunker.
I know what you're talking
Blast
about,
from
but
the past.
Blast from the
Yes.
past, yeah. Isaiah, have you been in a bunker
Yeah,
of some kind?
yeah. I've been in some in Europe.
No, like in the past, I don't know,
Oh.
month.
Not in the past month, no.
Okay, so do you have like access to television or like what's? I don't understand how you don't know. Like everyone's reporting on these ice raids, even.
Well, like I get that, but like aren't they just getting sent back to their original countries? Is that like a death sentence?
Sometimes, yes.
So it's our obligation to help everyone in the entire world whose countries
It
are
is our
not safe.
obligation to help the humans within our borders as according to the U.S. Constitution.
Well, I mean, the Constitution very clearly defines what constitutes citizenship.
Isaiah, it doesn't say citizens are entitled to rights. It says everyone on this soil are entitled to those rights.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm not a constitutionalist. I couldn't give a shit about that piece
So
of
then
paper.
why did you cite it?
That makes sense.
No, they brought up the Constitution. I brought up a counterpoint to the Constitution.
I brought up the Constitution because I just assumed he was going to be pro-America. My bad.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm really like, I mean, I speak a little bit of Spanish. I spent some time in Spain. Like, I have nothing against these people. I have a contention with the idea that borders don't exist and nationalities don't exist and
Isaiah, darling. First of all, the fact that you immediately said Spanish when there are immigrants of all colors, nationalities, and ethnicities.
What's the biggest country on our border? What's the border? What's the
interrupting
country that we're neighboring? It's Mexico. That's why I said Spanish.
That's not the
And
biggest
Canada.
country on our border.
Canada. People come in through Canada.
Yeah, like a lot of like Chinese people come through Canada. I agree.
Oh my god.
You are.
Anywho, I am using the Beach Waver B1.25, so that's an inch and a quarter. I normally go smaller with curling, like wands and stuff, because my hair doesn't hold curl. But I actually really liked the way that my hair looks with this. And every time that you guys compliment my hair and say, "Oh, it's so shiny," it's because of this. And it has 3 heat settings, which is nice because obviously my hair is bleached to bits, so I have to use the lowest heat setting, which is 320, which is what I like to use. But it curls itself, which is very accessible. You know, it's a lot less movement, a lot less strain.
Isaiah,
What's that? Sorry, what's up?
do you believe that this country should be a YP country?
I mean, it was up until 1965.
Nope.
Yep.
No, it was not.
No.
By the
Yep.
way,
Did you
y'all,
say
just so you understand,
1965?
a few
Yeah,
people
the heart-
asked me to link the curling wand that I was using, and once I link a product, I have to like talk about it throughout. So that's why I'm like randomly mentioning it. So that's why I had to mention it. 'Cause if not, then like they
Oh no,
no, I know you
I-
guys know, but like I'm just saying
okay.
for the chat.
Yeah, no, I understood what you were doing.
Yeah,
So,
once it's linked, I have to say something.
Let me see if I understand what you just said. And see, I asked this question because I have a feeling who you are, well, what kind of person you are.
Yeah, I got a good feeling about what kind of person you are too.
Okay, what kind of person am I, darling?
The exact type of person you sound like.
Which is?
Hey, so I'm gonna answer the question you asked me a little bit ago.
Nope. You made that comment. I'd like you to qualify it, please.
Only if the host promises she won't kick me for what I say.
If you're about to slur, you're going to get kicked.
Oh, I won't say any slur. I just, can tell from the ebonics, that what type of person.
What ebonics have I used?
Up until 1965, 84% of the
No, no,
United
no,
States
no, no, no,
population
no,
was
no, no,
Hispanic
no,
white.
no, no, no. Answer the question.
What Ebonics did I use?
Sorry, I can't replay the entire conversation in my head to listen to specific words, but if you want, I can point it out the next time you do.
No, because I can assure you that she didn't use any.
I didn't actually. I'm actually using my very professional voice.
So you do use Ebonics,
I
just not
don't
on
use
this live.
I don't use Ebonics. I use African American Vernacular English.
So that's just
Do I need
another
to,
like.
do I
But
need to
that's
break those words down to you and explain them to you? Do you need a linguistics lesson? Because I can provide that for you if you'd like. Nobody's laughing, darling.
I mean, anybody who's seen him probably has.
Oh, remember what I
True.
said about Ops to have the kind of picture he has
Yeah, I know.
every time.
I didn't even look
Oh.
down. And now I regret looking down.
You know, Ren,
Hey, Parkers.
Yeah.
Would you like to give a lesson on African American Vernacular English and what it is?
no, because no one gives a shit about that.
Oh, no. I'm talking to the chat, Isaiah, not you. I wouldn't wish that for you. But
Such a delight. We are very confused. Okay. Well, do you want the lecture before or after?
I don't know, Ren, any preference?
Well, okay, just
go ahead, before.
okay. So, African American vernacular is a systematic language, variety with its own consistent grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. It's a reflection of African American history, culture, and identity. It's spoken in many regions across the U.S., especially quote-unquote urban areas, but also in rural southern communities, because a lot of the South culture is frankly just, what's the word for stolen? But it's fancy. Appropriated. There we go. It's not
Stolen, but
quote-unquote
it's
bad
fancy.
English.
That should be the definition.
Sorry. It's not bad English or slang even. It's just linguistically valid as British English or Southern English or any other dialect. So instead of, for example, she be working, the habitual be shows that regular or repeated action. It's not incorrect. It's just different. Does that help?
I mean, it helps. I still, that's not really the point, I guess. I mean,
Oh
my
no,
question.
you were just being a racist piece of shit.
Yeah, we know the point.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is that Rin can code switch like a motherfucker, and that makes her, at the baseline, smarter than you, let alone everything else she's actually learned and forgotten, which is more than you will ever know.
Mm-hmm. So big W to the anonymous donor for the pay to kick. He said, F this racist.
Bless who. Thank you, Anonymous, whomever you are, because he was a racist piece of shit.
Yep.
Be as sarcastic as you
dialects
want.
that are shaped.
Aw, I'm so sorry that you're sad.
I'm not.
Not you. I'm talking about Isaiah.
No, I know.
So,
I said I'm
not.
Mm-hmm.
We having a fun day?
Yeah. I'm having an okay day. I've done like 80 some odd calls today.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
impressive.
freak out, y'all. This is part of the process, and we brush it out, and they fall. You don't have to curl that hair up if your hair holds curl. This is for us fine-haired girlies.
Yeah. I got a question.
Hair.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
but I have a question for the chat. And if somebody in the chat can come up here and explain it to me, I would appreciate it. What do you gain from being racist? Like, I genuinely want to know. what do you gain from being racist?
I wanna know.
I wanna know what turns you on.
Ooh, Tyler from the cruise should have done that.
He should have.
Uh,
Tyler was hitting it on that cruise.
I'm telling y'all, anyone that doesn't go on Carnival, you guys are missing out. Carnival has always been that cruise. I love it. I've been going to Carnival since I was an actual infant.
But I genuinely want to know, what do you get, sis? What does it get you?
A false sense of superiority, which is depressing because that's literally all they have to feel better about, and even that is fake as fuck. Alina, in your Twitch chat is a pun, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Pun about who?
Humans?
If you have to hate other people to feel superior, your superiority is based in like the Lulu.
Which person,
True-
Parkers?
Truth teller.
Faint
Is that
funny.
person been kicked from here?
What are the the ill eagles? Oh,
There it is.
oh, I thought they were talking about actual eagles. I'm sending them to the veterinarian.
Like, I really want to know. Hey, truth teller, either come up here and talk to me or go away. Because you keep adding me and putting some emoji in the chat, and I'm not really looking at my phone, so I don't even know what the emoji is. So I'm just going to mute you now.
Yeah, I would have done it for spam, but when I came up, TikTok glitched.
When I first read it, I thought it said Lil Eggies. And I was thinking about your Eggies.
That's why I was like, I don't know how to feel about this one.
You know what I find so interesting about all the people that are in here?
What?
There's so many people in here that just genuinely are so happy about these ice raids.
Yep.
And I don't understand it.
Well, here's the thing. When you have no useful skill sets, when you're not attractive, when you're not smart, when you're not educated, when you don't have anything going for you, you're threatened, you know? They think if all of these, people that are bilingual, have all these skills, if they get deported, then maybe they'll have a chance. Maybe they'll be able to get the job.
I was like, even the determination enough to move your entire life to a new country, I was like, that proves that they already have more than the lazy mofos that are here. So,
Yeah.
I get why they're insecure, honestly. I get why they're like, I'm threatened. Okay. It's a you problem.
Now, I'm bilingual, so.
I'll hear somebody in a minute. I have never had my job taken by an documented or undocumented immigrant, to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've had it taken by an unqualified other person.
Mm-hmm.
Nerida, if you are threatened by people who are taking up jobs in fields as janitors and construction, and you're still throwing a bitch ass fit about it, then yeah, that's a you problem.
You said, please, y'all get the good jobs. Who? Who gets the good jobs? Who? I really want to know. I already know what you're going to say, but you can come up here and tell us all about it. Come on down.
The price is right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling sassy today.
Elena, you should feel very fancy because the person that I restricted in your Twitch chat literally created their Twitch account literally created it an hour ago just to come in and try to do digital blackface. That's commitment.
Yep.
You're
I
special.
started an hour ago.
Yep.
Over an hour ago.
I was like, they learned how to use Twitch just to come in and get muted by me.
Who's in here? Let's see. Anybody you wanna?
Dealer's choice.
My shit
Bring
is
up
glitching.
two,
I'm
you
just
can
sitting
bring up
here
whatever.
to look pretty.
All right. I'm gonna go with this person because it said.
Fair enough.
Halfway done.
Hello.
Hello, Queens.
Okay. What's up?
Ice if we're putting it in our drinks, but we're talking about the ice in Los Angeles right now. This is a tragic situation, everybody. Even though I'm for, law, I'm for law and order. Emotions are running high, and it could pop off, and people could really start getting hurt. People could start unalivings could be happening. So,
What do you think of my eyeshadow today?
thank you. You think you look very beautiful today.
Thanks.
I
If
think
anyone's
your
interested in
eyeshadow-
this pink liquid
Matches your
eyeshadow, I did
background.
link it below. It is the Stila Glimmer or Glimmer Glow? No, Shimmer and Glow in the shade Daring. And I also put like a little glitter on top.
I think
That's
it's
the
kind of
shade
cool how your eyeshadow matches your background. I will say that. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
unplanned.
Really?
Well,
Solid
I mean, I
coordination.
normally have my blue background, but I just picked a random like color, random pink color.
I think pink is one of my favorite colors. I used to surf a lot, and I used to wear pink board shorts. I used to love them.
Thank you, Kiana.
But anyway, this whole law that's in place for so the question is, you guys think
Wait,
that
so you don't like what's going on, but you voted for this?
I do like that's hard to say. So what do you mean? I do like what's going on. I don't like people that have lived in the United States, immigrants, okay, that have not.
I don't like people either.
No, listen. I don't like immigrants that have not followed the law and become legal citizens, just because
Liam.
maybe they were too busy, or I don't know. Get out. Hid
Liberal
from.
buffer.
That one got me too.
What are the excuses for not
Liam.
becoming a legal citizen in the United States?
Hey, Liam. People are literally being taken from their immigration hearings.
Listen, if you're behind on your paperwork,
No.
No.
They're going to do exactly what you just said you wanted them to do, and they are being put in detention facilities.
okay, so this is the thing. Why is Trump and ICE able to do what they're doing?
Because they are trash humans.
That's not really an answer.
It is absolutely an answer. It's the right answer. I understand that you are looking at this as you voted for it, so you have to justify it. But this is not justifiable.
Marcus, did you get a job with that guy from yesterday?
What's that? Are you talking to me?
With that guy from yesterday.
Or is it Ren? Someone's got a lot of noise.
It's not me.
Oh, sorry. I'm rearranging my things, and I don't have.
I'm talking about the guy that
all
was
of
like
my buttons
crunching.
are gone.
It was like,
TikTok hates me today. Oh no! at the shop of his that he didn't
Yeah.
turn off the car alarms about.
No.
Yeah, no.
If you're trying to look at the stuff, if she has shopping bag up, you have to hit your face to do anything on mute.
So Rapture,
Oh.
Did you vote for Bill Clinton?
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think I am?
The fuck? What the fuck?
I really don't know. I don't know. I've never gone into your profile and looked at who you are.
Why didn't you ask me?
Liam, I would bet money that we're all younger than you, dear.
I'm like, I just, what the?
Would you have
Yeah,
voted for Bill
what?
Clinton?
I don't know.
I mean, I can't say, knowing what I know now, I can't answer that question.
Yeah.
Because if you have an immigrant in this country that has not broken the law,
Broken.
but
Oh.
has overstayed their visa by 1 day, there are penalties. You used to be able to just pay a fine. Under Bill Clinton, the immigration laws were changed. We all know this, right? Majorly changed. And
You
then
have voted
That's
for
what
Ronald
reminded
Reagan?
me.
the penalties have gotten
Would
worse.
you have
They
voted
get
for
worse.
Ronald
So-
Reagan?
What's that?
Would you have voted for Ronald Reagan?
At the time, probably.
Okay, you do know Ronald Reagan was all for amnesty for all the immigrants.
Well, I mean, he was the president. That's his authority. He can try to, pass those laws.
No, it's not. He could try. He did.
Yep.
He granted amnesty.
That's what I was gonna
He
say.
granted amnesty for all immigrants.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I don't like. However you vote, whatever party you identify with, all the fun things. If you are still watching somebody demonize a whole group of people in order to hunt them down and round them up like cattle, you are no longer on the right side of history, even if you were in the first place.
And not even just that. Has anybody considered, before using IRS data to get undocumented immigrants, that means they pay taxes.
Do you
Yeah.
think? So I know that you think that they should get deported. Do you think? Do you think that they should be treated like human beings?
Not really. If I think they should be deported, I'm answering your question. I think that we need to follow the law. Okay, the law
That's not what I asked
states.
you.
I think they should be treated like human beings. If they don't have a criminal record.
Okay. Whoa. So wait.
Do I
Rabbit
should,
hole.
do I think
Wait,
that,
rabbit hole.
do I think that Lake
do you
and
think that we
Riley's-
should treat prisoners like human beings?
No.
do you think that I want to treat Lake
No.
and Riley's unaliver like
If you say her name one more time, I drop you.
Yep,
they
that's
passed
true.
they passed the act so we can say it.
And her family,
Her family
still
doesn't-
asked that she
yeah.
not be used for political means. It doesn't matter that then the politicians did it anyway. That is shitty.
That's not even what I asked. I asked, do you think that undocumented people, once they've been picked up, should they be treated like human beings?
And you said no.
Why do we have to start muting?
Oh, no, because you kept saying her name. That's the only reason you got me.
I only said her name one time.
No, you didn't. You said it more than once.
I said it one time.
No, you didn't.
And
You
that'll
said
be the last time.
You threatened if I said it more than once that then it was
You
gonna be,
said
there was
it
going to be
twice,
issues.
Liam. You said it twice.
No, I did not.
Can you just answer my question, dude? Like, we're crashing out. Should the detainees be treated like human beings?
Yes, they should, and yes, they are.
They are?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Would you bet money on that?
Yeah, absolutely, I would.
How much?
Same amount of money that you would bet that Obama didn't put
That's
immigrants
not how
in
that works.
cages.
You don't bet on two different things. That's not how that goes. I'm offering you a bet.
You
You
bet
said
the
you'd
same
bet
amount
on
of
it.
money
So
that
I'm
we're all
asking you how
younger than
much.
him.
How much would you put on it?
Dude, it's hypocritical that you're even bringing this up.
Hey, Leah.
Obama deported.
You
He's
I'm
going
not
to
talking about
deported
deportation. I'm
twice
talking
as
about
many
treating
people
them like
as
human
Trump.
beings.
Oh my gosh. So every president prior to Trump.
You could have said,
has
I
done-
don't know. Or you could have said, I'm not sure. But you said, yes, they are being treated like human beings. And I said, would you bet on it? And you said, yes. And then I asked you how much. And then you backed down.
Yeah, I believe they're treated like human beings. I think that they're following the law. So yeah, I don't think the law is being broken.
How many cups of water does a human being need a day?
How many cups is it? 8 or something?
Mm-hmm. How many cups are the detainees from the Chrome detention facility getting a day?
As many as they need.
One.
Come on, dude.
Mhm.
No,
One
apparently.
One cup per day.
Are they rationing it because there's a drought or something, or what?
No.
They are currently
Show me the
housing.
proof.
Okay. I'll pull it up.
How the hell would you have proof of that?
Because they're like, what do you mean? There's reporters. NPR has an article. In recorded calls, reports of overcrowding and lack of food in ICE detention centers. You can look that up.
And if I
So-
remember correctly, that facility is only for 500 people, and they have like 2,000 or something in there now.
It's a lot, yeah.
2,700, yeah.
So a text message was sent to NPR, came in early May saying, my brother isn't very bad in immigration. Chrome Center, take this, that he has a virus, and they know send at hospital. It's obviously like broken English. It was accompanied by a screenshot of a photo of a man with swollen red eyes with another screenshot of his full detainee information. Please help me, I'm desperate. She requested her last name be withheld for fear of retaliation against her brother, who's been held in detention for more than 2 months. He has a serious eye infection for almost 2 weeks and was denied medication for both. There's a lot of sick people in there, and they're not getting any medical attention. They're sleeping on the floor, and sometimes they don't get meals. They even did their own protest earlier this week in like the patio yard. They like basically put themselves standing to say SOS.
I can find all this on NPR News.
Yeah, I gave you the name of the article. And then a lawyer representing someone in the center. I had a client who was at Chrome. The client recently told him that they had been sleeping on the floor for a week or two. For food, he said they were given a cup of rice and a glass of water a day. It was very concerning. So, what do you say to that?
If that's true, that's not good for sure. You know.
If that's true.
No, it's true.
In another detention facility in Moorhaven, Florida, a source said they're serving rotten food. People are getting sick. My spouse is not eating.
I have a question for you,
Mhm.
Elena. If you had 1 million immigrants in this country and they had to be removed, and they were going to go through some tragic situations on the deportation, would you rather that those 1 million immigrants were removed out of California, or would you rather that 1 million homeless people had to live on the street, United States citizens?
What?
Those
Okay.
two
I'm
things
sorry,
are
repeat that?
unrelated.
It's just a hypothetical. I want to know if
Okay,
you
I'm gonna
care.
need
I
you
wanna
to
know-
rely
wait,
on-
wait.
That's not a hypothetical. That's not
It
a
is a
hypothetical.
hypothetical. Hang
How is it?
on.
How is it a hypothetical when we really have houseless
A
individuals out on the street?
hypothetical
How is it
is to
hypothetical when we
test your
actually have
logic.
individuals? It's not to test my logic. That's to play around with what you think is logic. Okay, and it's not.
I'm
Like,
not the greatest reader, but I don't believe your name is Elena. Okay,
Well,
so-
I don't think that, again, that she didn't understand the question because we don't understand stupidity.
Okay, why
We're
don't you-
trying to make an argument for something that we have already made a decision on, because there should be no value, there should be no document that says that you get to go here, you get to go there. We are all born with with a right to be wherever we want, and we allow these systems to tell us, and then you perpetuate this type of ignorance and expect people to be okay with it. That's not a fucking hypothetical. When we have real life situations that you're trying to use as if they are not issues that we actually deal with, that is a fucking problem.
So are you? What you're trying to say that we don't have people living on the streets?
No,
in
I'm
poverty?
saying what you said.
We
You tried
don't
to
have. Wait a minute,
hypothetically.
I'm
No,
speaking.
no. Don't try and twist my fucking words around. That's not what I
Yeah,
said.
that's not
What
what
I
I said.
said is that you tried to say that there is a hypothetical to houseless individuals. That's not. There's no hypothetics to that. There are real life houseless individuals. And for you to say, oh, well, hypothetically speaking, no, it's not hypothetically speaking when we have actual individuals out here that are dying on the street. I live in Vegas, one of the biggest homeless epidemics in the fucking country, and you're trying to tell me that it's a hypothetical situation? No. Have you ever had to put Narcan in someone's fucking nose to make sure that they stayed alive? Have you ever had to do that?
Can
Have
you
you
even
ever
say
had to
that
do
word
that?
on live?
I think you
Probably.
can say Narcan.
Narcan? I think I can say
Yeah.
Narcan. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
you
you know
guys,
what,
you people
there's-
want to come up with these little games and these little surveys
The
and
biggest
polls to
dude, is
try
this
and
guy
pin
just going
everybody
to
together.
filibuster the entire
Yeah, I
time,
am
or
gonna
what?
filibuster because if the host is gonna
Not
allow me
entertaining.
to, then I'm gonna continue. Because I'm not gonna sit here and
Well, this
allow
is going to be a
you
productive
to
conversation.
It's very yeah. I mean, we're on an unproductive railing right now with
You know, the
being
women-
on this panel, so let's just keep
The
it.
women
above,
on this panel
okay?
are right. Men are emotional, and here's a reason why right here.
It's not emotional. It's called
Hold
passion.
on,
Being an
hold on,
indigenous
hold-
person. That
hold
yeah,
on.
I'm gonna let. Sorry, my bad, my
No, you're
bad, my bad. Ruptured, my bad. Ruptured. I hope you guys are doing good, everybody.
No, you're
We're okay. And
you're
you can
good.
call me Ren, but we're okay. We're all right. All right. The yelling, it gets, when you're in the chat, the yelling gets really overstimulated. I understand why you're yelling,
Yeah.
but it gets
feel it.
extremely overstimulating. So, Liam, let me tell you the problem with the question you asked, okay? Now I'm going to extend you a little bit of grace, a very small amount, okay?
Just this once.
By
honored.
saying you are basically saying, whether you meant to or not, the implication is that because undocumented immigrants are here, that is why American citizens are houseless. And that is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're going to blame anything, it's not immigrants, it will be capitalism.
Yep.
Do immigrants need resources from this country?
Hey, we have enough houses for everybody, including undocumented immigrants, to have a place to live. Houseless people, undocumented immigrants, everything. We have enough space. We have enough of all of these things. The problem is it doesn't make them money the way they want it.
Can you deny an immigrant's child education in a public school system?
Why would you want to?
I didn't say that I wanted to. I'm just asking you the question.
Why would you want
Can
to?
you deny a child education in a public school system with a local address?
Hey,
Technically,
how
you
are
can't, but when
schools-
you post up outside of schools to detain
Okay, so
students
that's
and parents, you're kind of dissuading.
is that a,
it,
is
so-
that a
Hold on,
resource?
hold
Is that is that a resource that the American people pay for?
Yeah, and
I
the
thought we were
person
talking
that is
about
the person that's
undocumented-
paying rent or a mortgage on that local address,
Mm-hmm.
that
part.
house is paying property taxes, which is what's paying
That
for the
part.
school. So
Yeah.
They are
So
paying into
you
it.
can see you guys can
I
try
need
and keep
hold on,
perpetuating this lie.
hold on.
Hold on.
Y'all, hold
I
on,
thought
hold
we
on.
wanted to talk.
Hold on. Hey, I need everybody in here to boop, boop, boop the screen. Come on, it's starting to do that weird thing. I need everybody to boop, boop, boop the screen. I need you to be
Active
meeting these gift
participants.
goals, the tiny dinies. I need everybody to be very active participants right now. Very, very active participants. I know I'm low because I'm working, y'all.
Do your heart
So
knees.
yeah, I need everybody to boop, boop, boop the screen
I need all 200 people
and
to buy a
everything.
beach waiver.
Thanks.
TikTok shop. We love TikTok shop. It's great.
But
So
William,
under
don't you want to talk about the housing crisis?
no, I wanted to talk about if you guys are for the law.
Oh, so you don't care about?
I know
the
I do. I
houses
would like to
versus
jump
why
to
it's
that,
so
but
hard to-
I wanted to stay on immigration. I want for a second if we
You
could.
brought it up.
I mean, you were trying to relate the two together, so I was going to explain how you're wrong.
I want to know if you guys think that let's say
I
that
wouldn't
you
wanna be
have
proven wrong
let's
either.
say that you have let's say that you have a Mexican man who has overstayed his
The fuck?
visa.
Why Mexican?
Southern border. He came across the border. Southern border. Okay?
Why not Ukraine? Why not, Poland? Why not Ireland? Why not Scotland? Why not any of these Eurocentric company? Actually, yeah, there are companies, shit, not countries.
Okay, let's say that someone is Irish. They're from Ireland. They came here illegally. Okay, they got through the border somehow. They're here illegally. They've overstayed their work visa or whatever for a year.
Okay.
Okay, the law states that they need to be removed. Okay. And they're not eligible to come. They can't just pay a fine and come back in the country and get another work visa. They have to be removed for a period of time. And I think a year.
That's not even the case. They have 30 days to find their next employer, and they can petition that for however long however long they've been working at that workplace. Their workplace has to justify firing them. It cannot be the at will is thrown out the window. So I just want to just be very clear that they have rights, they have time, they have everything that you probably are going to say that they don't.
So there's no expiration date on your work visa.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Exactly what you just said.
That's not what I said. I said that there is.
You said their employer can petition.
Hey, man, folk.
There is
Thank you. Actually, if you stay past your visa more than 180 days but less than a year, you end up with a 3-year reentry ban, so you can't come back for 3 years. If your visa is expired for more than a year before, as you remain as an unlawful presence, then you only get but you get a 10-year reentry ban.
Exactly.
Generally.
Thank you for reading that. So that was my point. This law was enacted under Bill Clinton, okay, in 1996. So the genius above me that just wants to scream over top of everyone
Do you think
doesn't
that
know
the
the
genius
law.
above you is a Clinton fan? Because I don't know him that well, but I'm pretty sure he probably isn't.
I mean, Clinton was an amazing Democrat that helped our economy, right?
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Is that the Clinton that you're talking about? Are you talking about the same Clinton that helped usher in the Crimes Act? The same, no, I don't have any.
What's wrong with Monica Lewinsky? What she did, it was her body, her choice. They were in love. What's the problem?
Anyway,
That's
I
what
know
you
I'm
guys
not
say.
a Democrat. I know Ren isn't.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
A Democrat?
Not have sexual relations with that woman.
I forgot that I had that, y'all.
Oh,
we haven't seen Joe Byron in a long time.
What did he
I didn't
just
have
say?
makeup on.
I had turned my phone down because y'all know I'm still working.
The Clinton Foundation
That's
paid
fine.
for Chelsea's wedding.
He's
That was
still-
pretty
oh
cool.
my God. Stuck on Clinton, which is weird.
William, why? Did you have a crush on Bill Clinton or something?
Can we not just agree that the Republican and Democratic Party have been shit for a long time, and Trump is the GOAT?
No, I'm sorry.
You had
You're not
me in
gonna
the
lie.
win.
Right, we
Yeah,
would have been great
no.
until that last sentence. I would have agreed with you until that
Yeah,
last sentence.
so close. Okay, listen.
I was almost.
I want to talk about the
I was
housing
almost
market.
there.
Damn it, Pika.
Hey, let's talk about the housing market.
Okay.
We won't.
But for the record, the current crisis, it is Trump's fault.
Absolutely.
During his first round, he cut the Department of Housing. It cuts every year, they always do. But during that round, he included slashes to Section 8 vouchers, public housing maintenance, affordable housing block grants. He proposed eliminating the Community Development Block Grant Program, which was a key source of funding for local housing assistance. He dismantled fair housing protections. His tax reform and real estate windfalls were atrocious. The high-income homeowners were prioritized over renters. Real estate developers got a pass-through entity benefits and opportunity zones, which gave tax breaks for development in quote-unquote distressed areas, often fueling gentrification, amongst other things, especially over affordable housing. And don't even get me started on how he handled the C-19 eviction crisis. He's a piece of shit. Oh my god.
Yep, pretty much. Hello,
Welcome
Kayla.
to one of my hyperfixations.
Hello.
What would you like to add to the conversation?
I don't remember what the prompt was, honestly.
It says, should you care about the ice?
You are so loud. That was worth laughing at, but that was so loud. Your mic is very good. That's all.
Kayla?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see the prompt above the?
No,
host?
it says the live is paused.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. What'd you say?
It says that
Her
that the host is paused.
Yeah, your TikTok is glitching. It hasn't caught up yet. Swipe in and swipe out like you're checking a text message really fast.
There we go. All right.
Nice.
Should you care about the ice raids? No, I don't think so.
Okay, why not?
Should we discuss government resources that are given to undocumented immigrants?
What government resources?
Medicare, Medicaid,
Nope.
WIC.
They can't get any of that stuff undocumented.
Okay, so I actually have a graph from house.budget.com or .gov. If you would like to see it, I'd be more than happy to show you. It shows legal immigrants. It shows undocumented, and then it shows the citizens of the United States. Would you like me to show it to you?
Kayla.
Sure.
House.budget.gov. Anything that's on the House or the White House is not going to be a reputable source because it is run by whatever party is in office. That is why I would not, even when Biden was in office, I would not use whitehouse.gov.
I didn't use whitehouse.gov, ma'am.
Ma'am, I explained to you, child.
Oh, okay. So you're going to start with the insults, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Calling you child is an insult?
Oh, no, apparently it is.
Kayla, that's because she called her ma'am, so she just responded back. But I would.
Ma'am
be
is a
interested
term of
in
respect. I'm sorry that you didn't grow up like that, but
Oh,
sir,
Hey,
is
Kayla.
how you address adults.
Thank you. I would be interested in your resource, given how all of mine say that undocumented migrants cannot, in fact, receive Medicaid with the exception of emergency care, no Medicare, no Social Security, no food stamps, no temporary assistance.
Would you like me to show you
no
the graph?
Section 8 housing, no federal student aid? Yeah. I mean, like, what's the...
'cause you
where are you
can't.
looking? I would love it.
Yeah.
How would they be able to obtain the resources without being documented? Is there like a Dropbox somewhere that I can just swing by and just grab some food stamps, and someone just posts it on a Facebook or something?
I hope so. Shit, I need to go get me some. I mean, if they're giving it to undocumented and all I gotta do is drop off in this thing, I would love it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need Carbo today.
It is not allowing me to put the green screen on.
Just tell us where it is so we can pull it up.
I just told you, house.budget.gov.
Oh my god.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm gonna tell you right now, with that attitude, you're not gonna last long on this live.
Not at
And it's
all.
not because I'm gonna kick you, it's because they're gonna pay to kick you. Which I'm fine with, because listen, the money goes to the kittens, the foster kittens. It's a win-win for me. But if you actually want to have this conversation, I suggest you change your tone.
Because I had to
you
repeat
mean-
myself of my source. That's disrespectful.
Do you mean budget.house.gov?
It was your tone.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna be tone police, right? Gotcha.
I can tell people how I want to be spoken to in my live. I don't
wasn't
really give a
speaking
fuck.
to you, now was I?
Hey, look here, little girl. I have been very patient today, but your attitude is disgusting. If you want to take your nasty, foul ass attitude wherever you want to go, please leave. However, if you'd like to continue this conversation, act like you had a sense God gave a goldfish.
Right. Okay.
So is it budget.house.gov?
Yes, absolutely, it is.
Okay. Where are you looking? Because this is the home page of the U.S. House budget website.
You're supposed to just bounce around, Parkers. You'll find it.
Okie dokie.
Well, if I could use the green screen, it would be absolutely wonderful, but it's not allowing
I
me
don't
to.
have control of that, so just say what the link is.
I didn't
Kayla,
say that
can
you did.
Tell us
Okay,
what the
where,
name
okay,
of the
yeah.
graph is.
What
the
is
name
it
of
under? Is it under budgets, hearings, resources, task forces? Is it under news? About, like, you got to be a little bit more specific if you want us to see what you want us to see.
Well, I would love to show you, but I cannot.
You can just tell.
What's the title of it, Kayla?
Well, she
This
figures
has
that
the
out.
Budget resolution.
I'm currently using my 1.25 inch beach waiver. It is linked down below. Because people ask me to link it, I do have to talk about it so that the live doesn't get flagged. If you do want to purchase it, it's linked below. No pressure. I actually really like it. I did not want to like it because I already have a Dyson Airwrap. I have one of those new Me 5-in-1s. I have everything
It's
possible under
great,
the sun.
you guys. I use it for my hair with my
Ren.
alopecia and lack
Ren.
thereof. What?
The page itself.
You're doing too much, Ren. But I appreciate it.
I'm just joking, y'all.
I know.
I don't got no hair. What'd you say, Kayla? I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, Kayla.
The actual page itself is called "The Cost of Illegal Immigrants for Taxpayers."
Okay.
I do want to mention this is the first curling wand that I've ever been able to successfully use. And I don't know if it's because the clip is halfway, but like I always, not curling iron, I'm sorry. I always use a curling wand because I always fuck up this like clip thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I raise chickens and turkeys, so if you hear chickens and turkeys, that's
That's
going
okay.
on.
We are pro chickens. Thank you.
Yes, we are pro chickens here. The chickens in the background won't bother any of us.
Do you mean the press release about CBO Medicaid spending?
No.
She's talking about the cost of legal immigrations of taxpayers prepared testimony. It's a testimony of Stephen A. Camarado, Director of Research Center for Immigration Studies. That's what she's speaking of.
Is that true, Kayla?
Mm-hmm.
Director of Research.
Did you?
No, not Director of Research, Research Center for Immigration Studies. So he's not the head director of research for relatively anything other than what's stated here. Yeah, what's going on?
But yes, that's what I'm talking about. There's a huge bar graph down somewhere in between the pages, and it shows a bar graph of undocumented immigrants who are receiving Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP, WIC.
I do want to continue this conversation, but Elvira raises an important question. Are your chickens going to be nuggies?
No.
Okay, good. Just checking.
The only thing I collect from my birds are eggs. That's it.
WX.
So hold on. Narita, you're anti-chicken. I'm sorry to hear that. You should get help for that. You should absolutely get help for that.
You are so lucky my Twitch is glitching, so I can't just...
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out...
Except for SSI and TANF and housing. This again, if you read it, you'll see it on here. Like I'm not really understanding what your argument is. And again, this is a testimony, and it says right here an estimation of 59.4% of illegal immigrant households use one or more welfare programs, compared to the U.S. born illegal headed households use every program at statistically higher rates, especially for SSI, TANF, and housing. Illegal immigrants have especially high use of cash, mainly EITC, food programs, and Medicaid.
Did you just skip to the part that's relevant to what you're saying?
Hey,
because it shows a percentage of it.
Hey, Kayla, let me ask you a question. How good is the bar graph if the information that explains the bar graph goes contradictory to what you're saying?
It's not contradictory. This is the percentage of each household depending on citizens, legal immigrants, and illegal immigrants, undocumented. It shows a percentage. It even says what each one identifies as. So there shouldn't be a huge difference.
No. What?
Oh, Lord have mercy on us.
What programs are they can't get SSI, they can't get TANF, they can't get housing, which means they can't get Section 8, they can't get food stamps, they can't get work cash aid. So what exactly are they stealing? What exactly are they stealing by this graph? Because this graph doesn't even go, this graph doesn't even go into where exactly they got all of this said estimations of percentages from at all.
What's the methodology?
It says academies used it for estimate. This means the fiscal impact of those with lower levels of education as well as average taxpayers has become even more negative. In regards to the welfare programs, we can understand it better why illegal immigrants create significant fiscal costs by looking at the welfare system.
We're going to have to discuss Mal's use of benefits.
That part.
Because it is out of control. No, I'm talking about the background. It is out of control. Mal is out of control.
I told you.
Yeah, we need a little bit of
I found the graph, but this is my point. Anyone can make a graph with whatever they want.
Yep. Because interestingly enough, this graph that she has on her background, Kayla, Mal is a cat. Mal is not a human. Mal is a cat. So what it says is the only way that a graph will matter is if you can explain where the data came from. Making a graph is nothing but a visual representation of data. So what's the data?
W mouse for him misusing
they're using
funds.
They're using even this is crazy, the fact that this was being used and the information is over 10 years outdated.
Oh, there you go.
Over 10 years outdated, and even then the information that's provided in this text is not even there. It's not even what the other PDFs there's like other PDFs that are attached to this.
What is she showing? Hold on. She's showing something.
She's showing the document. Yeah. So when you read a testimony like this,
okay, go ahead.
If you the very small numbers, so like it counts. It's like 40, 41, 42, 43 on those. They're tiny little footnote numbers.
Yeah, that's what I was going to.
Yeah, I was like, then you go down and you look at what those numbers correlate with. So you're looking at the sources and where all of that data in the testimony is coming from. That's how you can see like how relevant or reliable or valid that a testimony like this is, because the testimony itself is just an accumulation of all of these other data points that may or may not be valid.
Angela?
And that's why I was just making sure that Kayla saw that. That's all.
So now, still intense. I let it cool down, and then I'll comb it out or whatever. But you guys will see that, like, I have
That
to
looks
curl it
so
extra.
good.
Doesn't it? Even like it does the bangs and everything really nicely. I love it. If you want one, it's the Beach Waver 1/4 inch. It is linked below. See if you have any coupons if you do want to get it. If you do consider getting it from my TikTok shop, my TikTok showcase, I get a small commission, which, you know, girls gotta
I
eat.
like that because you have
Foster
enough
kids gotta
hair,
eat.
so you start on one side. So by the time you're done around to the other side, you can see how the first curls are already falling, and they fall so beautifully.
And then I also have to mention that I linked the pink eyeshadow, which is the Stila Shimmer and Glow in the shade Daring. And then I'm also wearing the Houdini shade of glitter from Lemonheads LA, which is a small woman-owned business. I think Beach Wavers is also a woman-owned business. I don't know. Whatever. I'd have to mention it because I linked it
we
below.
can't have nice
so.
things.
Orange pets are why we can't have nice things. Mao is currently sleeping on my plain clothes.
I left 2 things on this work desk, and Piglet just knocked over half of them.
You have been caught. You have been caught overusing. Listen. Listen. You have been caught using food stamps at an alarming rate. What are you doing with them? Open your eyes. Hey.
He said, all lies. They are all lies.
Kayla, this is neither here nor there, but how many chickens do you have?
Why is your nose so dirty? He's such a dirty boy.
Don't touch him. So, like,
He still hasn't opened his eyes. Is this cat okay? Like,
I've realized that people that have like an abundance of chickens only kind of name their favorites, and the rest of them are just their chickens. But I could never. I would name every single one. That's why I ask. He's so happy and innocent.
you're gonna get we're gonna shake you down and see where your food stamps are. Are you hiding something under your blankets? What do you guys think he would buy? He would spend on?
I am so sorry.
You're good. How many chickens do you have?
How many chickens do I have? Oh shit, dude.
Oh, you have a lot then.
Him's
Well,
very
I
sick
have
of white.
20 chickens. I have 2 adult
They all have
turkeys. I have 5 adolescent turkeys, and I have 2 ringneck pheasants.
Damn. Do they all have names?
Huh?
Do they all have names?
So I have a chicken that got the neighbor's dog like dug up underneath the coop and grabbed its leg, so it's kind of got a funky leg now. So her name is Gimpy. My 2 turkeys are Jack and Jill. I got Little Red, and I got Bertha, Hey, Kevin Jr.
Kevin and Kevin Jr.
Ren, do you hear that sound? Not the turkeys.
That's a rooster.
The other sound. That's fair.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Like a sound. Or maybe Ren doesn't hear it. Do you hear it, Parkers? Oh, Ren
Somebody
heard it.
heard it.
W. Frankie. Frankie
Kayla.
paid 30 to kick / kitten funds. Appreciate
Frankie.
you.
Take really good care of your birds and
Parker's
remember to
Parker's
read
was
the
getting too
actual
friendly.
sources in a footnote.
Parker's was getting too friendly.
Listen, she was reactive, but she wasn't a douchebag. That's why I was like, hey, if you just take a deep breath and you realize that there are footnotes that you maybe missed, then let's talk about it. She was so excited about her. She was.
Chickens.
I was, but she was so excited about having a source, and they so rarely have any source to share.
That's the
So I
problem.
really do want to promote, like, please Google, please read, and just read the whole thing. Like, you were so close. Just keep reading.
Like all of those footnotes talked about like separate, like in my opinion, from what I was reading, just like separate things that like did not correlate together. And
No,
them it being
absolutely.
outdated, goes to show you that they think that just putting a bunch of documents together and sending that out with like a cover photo, like a cover sheet,
Hmm.
is like, that's professionalism, that's academia, that's
I mean,
intellectualism.
I mean, can you blame them? It worked.
You know, and
So like,
that's a problem
yeah.
of like of like mass indoctrination and anti-intellectual endeavors that they've perpetuated onto
Exactly.
society. You know, and it's unfortunate because, you know, we shouldn't be in this position with all of the technology that we have, with all of the education that could be administered. It's capitalism that keeps us from being able to live our lives, you know, like
Mhm.
to be able to do what we want to do, and provide for the people who we want to provide for. Better yet, live under a system where we don't have to even do that. We don't even have
Mhm.
to worry about, fuck, am I gonna have my rent? Am I gonna have food? Am I gonna have utilities paid? These are utilities that were created under a capital construct. We should just be having
Mhm.
light. We should just have internet. We should just have all of these things, because if someone invented it and it's for the betterment of society and it can run without someone having to produce labor off of that to keep it running, then I mean, I think we're in a position that I think people really don't understand. It's either you fight for your life and you fight for others, or you join the Gestapo, because that's exactly what's going on right now. So
But I was like, oh, look, a ghost said it. She saw pretty colors on a graph, and that's where she stopped. And I said this in chat earlier, and I said it to make fun of somebody who was a dumbass, but I do mean it, where they're like, Google's free. I was like, Google is free. It is free, and that's so exciting that we know that. You should use it. But also, critical thinking skills have to be exercised. Like, you have to be mindful about what you're reading, how you're reading it. Are you understanding? What's the goal audience? Like, there is reading practices, so that way you can build up those critical thinking skills so they become a lot more habitual. That's all.
Oh, and I also want to
We
make
still
a
need
point.
18 tiny dinies, y'all. And the likes are not moving. Don't make me do it. You know
Oh,
what?
please
No,
don't.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
please
gonna
don't.
do
Oh,
it.
please don't.
I'm gonna do it. We're going sub only chat until we hit 100K likes.
Fuck. Oh, thank God.
Wait, Parkers, what do you like? What's your?
I know what she thought.
Nothing. Hey, listen.
Can you even wait? Can you even be a part of my space without accepting all parts of me?
So anyway, the next talking point that I really wanted to rant on really quickly was how people are like, Obama deported people too, and A, we were protesting then as well, but B, there is a difference between the practices happening, because Obama
hmm
focused on felons, not families. Trump just wants everyone. Everyone is fair game. Obama also prioritized recent border crossers
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty
and
sure that
individuals
Obama
with
wasn't
serious
posting up
criminal
outside of Home
convictions.
Depot, snatching people.
Yeah.
That were.
He
He
also
wasn't
was like,
snapping kids
Obama,
from elementary school graduations.
Mm.
he literally created DACA for Dreamers to protect undocumented youth from deportation because, you know, they were fucking like, um, and Trump, you know, ended DACA, dramatically increased interior enforcement. Well, he tried to end DACA, and then the courts stopped him for years. Anyway, he also publicly has framed deportation as a deterrent and a national security issue, and it's not. It never has been.
Mm-hmm. Um,
I'm about to
I'll save the rest of my TED talk for later.
wait, I forgot.
it's not relevant to the fact. My question to you is, do you care about the ice rate?
I didn't hear you. There was your background, somebody's background.
It's not my
That was
background.
my background.
Okay, say it one more time, ma'am.
The background. Should you care about the ice raids?
No, nope. It's just pure Americans doing what they need to be doing.
What does pure mean?
Real Americans, not people that
What's-
came in illegally.
What's a real American?
An American that has credentials of their living here and being a resident of the United States and not coming in illegally and sneaking in illegally. So,
So, Sammy, it absolutely is.
Like, so
news.
like
Nobody is.
coming across
nobody's
the,
above the law, and that means you
coming
Democrats
across
as
the
well.
Atlantic, and just dropping off here, posting up.
Was zoning out. Did he say he voted for Trump?
Yes, I worked on
That's not
Trump's
illegal.
campaign.
That's not like who granted us the right to be here.
God did.
No. Oh no. No.
Whoa,
God,
whoa,
God granted us the right to be on this.
Which
world.
God?
And so
Jesus
would
Christ
Jesus
Almighty.
and so would Jesus Christ have to come here through the proper channels in order to be?
Hold on. He said something that I gotta. The preacher's child in me gotta say something about this.
Okay, good, do it.
What do you mean, God and Jesus? God and Jesus are not the same. So what are you talking about?
Jesus is God's son.
Okay, and
And
you may be
if
your
you're
father's son,
if
but
you're
you
a
damn
Christian
sure
and you
ain't your
follow
daddy.
if you follow the rule of
I just
law,
love this.
okay? Let me just
So
say,
cute, Parkers.
the Americans,
so
the Americans, own this. We Americans own this, okay?
No,
We-
they don't.
Yes, we do. We own this land.
Wow,
Yes.
No,
you're
sir.
a different kind of
Different.
student.
Absolutely the fuck not.
How's that, ma'am? Can you go any other? Can you go to France without a passport? Can you? Can you live there? Can you live in France? Just answer the question. Can you live in France? No, you cannot.
Those two things are not the same.
If you go overseas, which I've done multiple times, you can't stay there more than 6 months or residential, and you forfeit your residential in the United States. You'd have to be residential.
So well read on laws.
So with that being said,
Stop
there's
yelling.
rules of law.
You're rambling.
Stop
I knew this
yelling.
was gonna be a problem for the moment he gave his little hello. Like, I just
Time to grow up, guys. Okay, the
Sorry,
riots,
the only person
the
that needs to grow
rioters
up is
are
you.
in the
how
wrong.
old do you
ICE
think we are?
Michael,
You,
that's a great.
of course,
you
is
should grow up,
22,
baby.
23.
Absolutely. Damn. It's that glow up, baby. It's that glow up, Patrick
Winning.
It's not too late to start the glow up challenge, y'all. I linked it. I have a
Okay,
video
anyways,
on it.
The ICE are doing their
How old are
jobs.
you, Michael?
They're Americans
How
and
old
they're,
are you,
and they're
Michael?
police officers. I'm
How old are you?
39.
Valid.
39.
Oh,
Okay. So, how do
It's a
you
hard
know?
39.
It is, but how do you know that we need to grow up? I would really
Because you're rooting for the wrong side. You are.
Let
Yes,
me tell
you
you
are.
something.
Yes, you are.
He's
Ma'am,
crashing
you are
out.
not of Christian faith.
Let me
I
tell
guarantee
you-
you
let me
that.
tell
He needs a carvel.
Michael-
Do you have carvel in your area? I think you need some ice cream. I think a little
Michael,
a
you're
little,
sitting in your car. You
a
don't
little
need to yell.
chocolate twist, soft serve would do
I
you
love sitting in
wonders
my
right now.
car.
Sounds great, but too bad there's not one in my neighborhood.
There has to be something that does soft serve in your neighborhood.
Maybe if you're in a Republican state,
it is
then
a
it
Dairy
would.
Queen. What?
Maybe if you're in a Republican
What?
state, you'd have Carvel.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, Democrats like to ruin everything.
Democrats don't like ice cream, y'all.
Democrats stole our frozen yogurt.
I believe that one.
What is he talking about?
Custards
And your free
are
phone.
Michael,
Lord
I know you
Jesus.
just told us to grow up, but sweetie, if you just want to be mad, that's very middle schooler.
No,
Yeah,
I'm a
but
little bit more
Carvel
mature
is in
than
New
all
York.
of you put
Sir,
together.
I
But
doubt it.
I give you the most respect.
I highly doubt that. I mean,
No, it's
I-
true. It's true.
you
Just
have a
because
third grade. You have
here
a
it is. Here it
third
is.
grade
You guys
reading.
got
You have a
TDS
third grade
syndrome.
reading
You got
strategy.
Trump
No,
derangement
no,
Check
syndrome.
this out.
no.
Trump
Check this out.
derangement
Carvel
syndrome.
is
You guys
located
are.
in.
You guys have. You know what you need to do?
Can someone mute him for
Carry
me?
the.
Carvel is located in 19 states. Of those 19 states, I'll name the ones that are blue states: Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts,
What part of Illinois?
Minnesota.
Ooh.
I'll get to that in a second. New Jersey, New York, sometimes Pennsylvania.
Did you just call Pennsylvania basically the Y vowel of the states? Sometimes.
God bless.
Yeah.
So Illinois, there is one in Chicago, one in Fairview Heights, and one in Gurnee.
Oh, none of those are
Yeah, could you get on it?
Well, Erica
Florida,
said she got
Florida, baby.
Carvel.
But their most locations are actually in New York, 205.
Oh, a
So
blue state.
there's nothing fun in Texas? Fuck me. Goddamn.
Is there anything in Florida?
You're the smart one. You should know, right?
Why no? I
Right,
really
Michael?
don't eat ice cream.
Oh, so you talked on something that you didn't know, like the other topics that you talked on that you don't know. So it's just a
I know
pattern
everything. I know
That's
everything.
not true, Marina. There's Carvel in Gainesville. That's not South Florida. Vero Beach.
I live in
Michael?
Miami.
Yay. Michael, let me ask you a question.
What part of Miami do you live in, Michael?
Near Homestead. Why?
Oh, you couldn't afford to live in Miami proper, huh?
I go there every day. I enjoy the beach.
Yeah, you commute.
I drive. Well, go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's what commuting is.
Obviously,
That's what commuting is. What the fuck?
okay, what were you saying there, Raptor? Raptor lady?
Hi, Tia.
Okay.
Is that her name, Raptor? Oh, Raptor.
Imagine voting for somebody and like
the
voting for
maturity
someone that's like a
getting
billionaire
on.
and living in Homestead and commuting like 2 hours.
Trump
into the
is
city
your
to get to
daddy.
work.
Just remember that for 3 more years.
No, he's not.
Trump derangement
My dad's
syndrome.
still alive.
And
Friend.
you're
Listen to me. One day you will become
my
an
dad, we don't have
American.
to listen
to
One
you.
day.
Trump ain't my daddy. My daddy black.
To God.
Listen,
My daddy black.
Michael, it's very apparent that your cousin is your father at this point.
Why haven't you
I do. No.
Wait, I wanna-
Here's the
I
thing.
wanna
We do
ask
not
about-
kink
United
shame,
States?
but
With that kind
bend
of
over
mentality.
for
you'd be
him
mad.
at
I wanna-
your own
I
You
wanna
should
ask
leave
him
the
a
United
question.
States
Listen,
if you hate
listen.
it so much.
Michael.
That's
Michael,
the way it is.
Michael.
And
Okay, so you, Michael,
the illegals are getting kicked the hell
Michael, you said that you were a Democrat that voted for Trump. Can you tell me? Can you tell me what made you change from a Democrat to Republican?
Nah.
yeah, you said you respected laws, and then you voted for the felon.
Illegals goodbye.
You know what? He's just a troll.
Michael, you gonna answer my question or no?
What were you saying, ma'am? Go ahead. I'll answer.
I said I want you to tell me why you changed from a Democrat to a Republican.
Oh, I'm still a Democrat.
Nobody gives a fuck. W Joy.
Single fuck.
Joy sent 30 for kiss, tick the ass hat, and eat ice cream. Thank you, Joy. I did order some Carvels. I appreciate it.
Let me tell you something that's honest to God, the truth, though. He is not a Christian. He wouldn't know Christian if he bit him in the ass.
And as a side note, I try not to let it get to me too much, but the TDS stuff, when it's like that consistently joking about a fake ass syndrome, it just feeds into the mental health stigma. It is ableist. It bothers the fuck out of me.
I just hope that like somebody that just happens to know who he is watching.
Me too.
This Homestead.
He was singing his country song.
Heavy on the immigrant population. I just hope somebody knows who he is. That's wild. I thought he was going to say some like really white ass town, but no.
Hi, big man.
Well, how are we doing today?
Wonderful.
Absolutely fine. So what would you like to add to the conversation?
I am a 62-year-old male from Mississippi. And you know, my parents, when we moved to Mississippi, I was born here, but been here my whole life.
I don't like this.
This is my question. You say, why should we care about the ice raids? The reason I care about the ice raids.
That's
No, darling.
that's not what it says.
Should you care?
Should you care about the ice raids? Yes, I should care. And
by the way,
this is
keep tapping the screen, guys. We'll get out of sub only chat once we hit 100K likes.
I do care about I should care about the ice raids because I've put up with whether I voted Republican or Democrat. I vote for who I think is best. And you've got to put up with what they do because there's nothing that all of us out here protesting, and it is costing me money. It is costing you money. I mean, all these, all everything that's happening there, someone's got to pay it. It's the Americans having to pay it.
Hey. Let me ask you a question, because we're about to monologue, and I want us to get to the meat and potatoes of it. Okay.
Okay.
You voted for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's fine. I kind of already knew that, but whatever.
Okay. Well, I'm being honest here.
Are you for these deportations, or are you against them?
I am not absolutely for them because I really don't know about it. Like I said, you read this, you read that. I am not a real well-educated person. I really don't know enough about it. I know I've got some of my kids that agree with it, and I've got 5 kids, and some of them that don't. I've got 2 kids that live in California. Of course, both of them don't. But so I really
so the kids that agree with the mass deportation, do they still live in Mississippi?
Yes.
That tracks.
Yes, they do.
That makes sense. So let me ask you this: what do you think about ICE agents going into an elementary school graduation and arresting people and trying to deport them?
Was it were they illegal?
It does not matter. Because they went into, no. Let me explain to you why it does not matter.
Okay, sure.
Your kids don't talk to you, right?
There.
Do what?
Those were the only kids there. Those weren't the only kids there. So you traumatized a room full of people for what?
Can I say that was right? Did I agree with it? No. But do I agree with some of the crazy things Trump does? No, I don't. Yes, I voted for him. I was honest about that. But I think he my mom told me the first time he did. Trump has he has thought everything out. Now, whether this is true or not, but said he has thought everything out.
If he thought everything out, baby, y'all.
But your mom said that?
Yes, my mom, and she's not here anymore. She's the one that told me this back in his
Apple
first.
Doesn't fall far from the tree, huh?
Look, I'm not saying I had to pick who I thought was the best president.
So what was
Imagine Trump outliving your mom. Fuck.
You know, and I picked that, you know, and I picked that because I couldn't see Biden, and Harris didn't make any sense to me. I mean, what are you going to do?
She's a black woman, right?
No, not at all. Look, I have farmed.
Do you see color?
Yes, I see color. Yes, I do. Now, I'm not going to say that I don't.
So, I didn't like that. I didn't like that answer either, honestly.
Well, I understand. I understand you don't like that answer. But okay. But
in Mississippi, not from him.
But now look, I'm not trying to defend myself in any kind of way. I have tried to change myself in a lot of ways, and have changed myself in a lot of ways. But
are you a reformed racist?
Am I yes, I am.
I could tell. I could tell.
I mean, you asked. I'm telling the truth.
No. Hey. No, that's good. I'm not arguing with your point. I could just tell by the way you're saying certain things that you have some deep-seated issues about Black people, and it's coming out in your words, even though you don't realize it's coming out in your words.
And if I do, I'm sorry. I can also tell you that I've
Please don't tokenize
lived.
anybody in your life. Please.
Okay,
Please don't
I
tokenize
won't.
anybody.
Well, you know, look, and I just realized there is a such thing as white privilege. I did not realize that till a year ago when it was
How did you
explained to
learn
me.
that? How did you learn that?
How did I learn that? I had people that are friends of mine, Black
Uh-huh.
people that are friends of mine, when they
There
was
it
talking
is.
about what white privilege, I asked, "What is white privilege?" Because I didn't even know what it was. I mean, I
Ren
didn't.
said not to do it and he still did it. That's crazy.
And they were kind enough to sit down and explain this to you.
Yes, they were. And
How
they
very
come up
patient
and
for
they
them.
said, "Look, when we was this age, you had this much coming, that to be able to get a start that we didn't have." And it said we didn't have the same chance as you. Now, I can't be sorry for that. I
Did you buy
didn't
them? Did
realize I
you
was
buy them
doing
a
anything
meal or
wrong.
something for all that education they gave you?
Do what? I'm
Did
sorry.
you buy them a meal or do something for them for all that education they gave you?
Ma'am, I buy the people that told me this meals about 6 days a week.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
boy.
Big man.
I pay part of them's rent and
I
stuff.
knew it.
I do everything that I can for 'em.
Okay.
CAP. Okay, well then let's see it.
That's
Let's see it right now. I think our host needs some help with getting some stuff covered. So if
Sure.
you're about, if you're about what you're about, you can help out the host.
Okay.
Rent needs to get paid over here since you're generous to indigenous people and to individuals from the African diaspora.
Oh my
Ren, I'm
god, I
pretty sure
just
could need
realized the
some
pun of your
aid.
name. It's amazing.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I still have 110 left. I foster kittens. If you'd like to send me
We're
that, I'll
also
take.
7,000 likes away from getting 100,000. I've been
O-
watching and helping too. So
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of things you could do to make
Can I
up
ask one more
for
question?
abusing some people. So
May I ask one more question?
Sure.
Can I ask one first?
Okay. Yes. Is it fair for me to have to pay my insurance rates going up? You saying should I care? It's cost me money because my insurance rate because insurance is
what
going
does
to
that have to do?
rebuild
What does that have to do with helping? What does that got to do with helping people?
because insurance is going to have to rebuild 70 at least 70% of what's being tore up in LA.
There is nothing being
That's
torn
going to
up in
cost.
LA. There, no. There is
Oh.
nothing being torn up in LA. See, the
Health and
mainstream
yeah,
media
health
does a
insurance
good
is different
job.
too. So
Exactly, and mainstream media does a good job of what what would be called, a lot of
I
people call,
find it.
manufactured
Hold on,
consent.
hold on, hold
But
on.
okay, all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm because my brain it moves too fast, and if I don't say it, I will forget. Everybody has been experienced with me forgetting what the fuck I was thinking. I thought y'all believed in fake news. Why you believe in the news now?
Who? I didn't
You
say I ever believed in fake news.
Well,
I
what you're saying is coming from mainstream media. It is a manufactured consent and invention of reality that they have,
you're,
created to distort truth and to manipulate you into believing that your insurance rates are going to go up because there's said
no,
destruction in LA
no,
when
no.
there isn't. Hold on. When there isn't any destruction that is being done at all. And if there is any destruction or any debris that's in the streets, it's at the hands of an oppressive system that has done unjust and oppressive things. And I think Parker's has their hand up, so I want to pass this over to them. My bad for taking up
No,
too
you're
much
fine.
time.
That's why I was like, I wasn't gonna interrupt. And also, I really did just realize the pun of your name. It's fucking hilarious. Mr. Big Man, sir, you said you have kids that live in California. Are you talking
Yes.
with them regularly?
Yes, I talk with them every day, every other day.
And do you listen to them when they tell you about what they see, or learn about what's happening in LA right now?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Are they in LA?
No, I have one in San Diego and one that's about, I don't even know the name of it. I think it's about an hour north of LA. I really
It
don't know the
was
name of it.
San Diego is very, liberal and right military, heavy pro cop
Uh huh.
apparatus. A lot of wealthy people live there.
My,
A lot of individuals who, steal from the backs of other people's labor, like to, lay up there and whatnot. But nonetheless, uh, what you're saying is not what's happening, and I think all of us here that are in here besides yourself,
oh,
can agree
right.
to that. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I need to check more of what's actually happening, is what
Well,
you're saying.
yeah,
You're saying there's
yeah,
not stores
yeah.
being burned and they're not spray
Nope.
painting stuff and doing all that
Mm, nope.
like you see on the TV. They're not
Mm,
throwing the bricks,
no,
they're
nope,
not doing
no,
all this.
no.
Oh,
Mainstream. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I have another
No, no, you're
question.
good.
Yes.
Okay, let's say for shits and giggles, giggles,
Sorry, I'm sorry.
let's say that people are looting stores or throwing bricks through windows. Let's say that's true.
Okay. Okay.
How is that worse than putting people in detention facilities where they get
No,
1 cup of water and 1 cup of rice per day?
see, y'all misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying one is right or the other one is right. I'm not even saying that the ICE raids are right. I'm saying I should care about them because it is hurting America for the looters, for the riots, and the ICE raids. Something else should be thought of. I'm not
But
saying
Big man,
you're
big man.
combining those
I'm saying it
things.
shouldn't cost me. Is what
But
I'm
it
saying
doesn't.
the
It
reason
does.
I should care.
But it doesn't. And here, this is why I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I hope I didn't,
Sure,
jump
sure,
anybody who is getting ready to ask any new questions.
No.
sure.
The Do you believe that corporations like Home Depot and 7-Eleven and Albertsons and Walmart and Target should be investing in prison labor and forced prison labor, so forcing people to stay in prison for longer than they should, or even just forcing people to prisons so that they can get cheap labor for as low as 14 cents per hour? Do you think that that's okay?
No.
Okay,
And
okay,
I think
okay.
they have
Well,
started
that's
trying to
happening.
break
Well,
down. Yeah.
that's happening. So, my next question to you is that there are individuals that are working 40 to even 100, in at this point, at this rate, 120 hours a week, working 3+ jobs just to be able to pay rent in, whether it's California, Texas, whatever major state you want to use as an example. Let's just use all 50 states in the occupation.
Right.
uh
Right.
they'd have to work these hours while big billionaires get to give themselves tax write-offs by tax write-offs, and at the same time bonuses at the fiscal year, whether it's in the beginning or in the end, for laying off individuals that have essentially worked there, have got had to get their primitive accumulate their labor stolen through primitive accumulation. Do you think that that's okay?
No, I don't think that's
Okay,
okay.
okay. Well, then my next question to you is that, do you think that individuals who are in need of food, that are in need of said jobs, that are in need of said, money to pay, rent, do you think that, in a time like such, or in general, would you go out and say seek for a way to be able to pay or be able to get what you need without having the ability to pay? Do you think that you would do that, and would you agree with any individual that does that?
Um, you're asking that's a mighty broad spectrum question to me.
So
And, and
if you were homeless and you needed food, and say for instance 7-Eleven that uses slave labor, prison labor, they exploit the community by not hiring certain individuals and outsourcing jobs, or hiring their own family members, for cheaper insurance, or for cheaper insurance rates, and then stealing from the community, hiking the prices up. Do you believe that the homeless person is in their birth given right to be able to eat whatever they need to eat? They need to get whatever they need by any means necessary. Would you do that?
oh, yes, I would, from my
Okay,
family and
okay,
myself. Yes,
okay. So for
100%.
okay, so then you contradict yourself when you talk about said looters, or you talk about said
No,
individuals that steal from institutions. Yes, I think you do, because again, Home Depot and Walmart and Target and all of these institutions, even your favorite coffee place, even that petty bourgeois small business that you think is helping the community, but really the people have put that coffee shop in that community because they know that that community likes coffee. And then guess what? They go and they live in a, what would be in this case, let's use for Michael's sake, they'll live in Miami proper, versus where lower parts of Miami where that coffee shop is, and hike the prices up and make it near impossible for individuals who are in that community to be able to afford it. That's called gentrification. And so,
uh,
for you to
I
say that you would do it for you, but for individuals that are trying to do it for themselves, you are opposed. That makes you a hypocrite, and
no,
that also
no,
contradicts
sir.
what you would do personally. Yes, it does, because I
No,
just
sir.
went through a series of questions.
Okay,
You just went through a psychoanalysis, and you don't even really understand what you went through.
sir. I just know I tell the truth.
Well, we
You're
do. We
right.
know.
I don't know
You
nothing
just
about
said
that.
it. You just said it
But
right now that
but
Big
you tell the truth. So
your
you're
last.
telling us the truth. The
big
last
man, I need a
question was
second.
very simple. Go ahead.
I big man, I need a second.
Okay, sure.
Obligatory thing. So I pinned the Stila Shimmer and Glow Liquid Shadow. I realized that is on a flash sale for the next day. So instead of
Hmm.
25 each, it's 15 each. They're very large packages. I'll go grab one, but the shade I'm wearing is Daring. It's a really pretty pink. It blends really nicely. Oh, where'd Parker's go? I also have the lemon head glitch. You see like those little sparkles that look like little pixels. That is a small woman-owned business called Lemonhead LA that they do a bunch of like glitters and stuff. So I linked the 3-piece set that I got from there. And the hair was curled online from my TikTok shop, and it's linked below. If you're looking for
Thank you.
material things to give you a little bit of joy temporarily. We love TikTok
Two
shop.
things. There was like, my TikTok started glitching so hard. There was like a row your boat cascade. So I was listening to both of them talk perpetually in an echo from hell. But second of all, we've hit 100K, and one of the non-goons messaged us to be like, "Can we talk yet?"
I already opened it.
I know. I just thought it was real cute because they were like, "Please."
It would be cuter if they got us up. That would be cuter.
Well, hang on. Lyric message so I can sub you, dear. Because she's adorable.
We always sub people.
It's true.
Parker's loves to make me never want to sub.
I do. I like to collect my subs. Take that as you want.
All right, big man. Keep ranting and raving.
Well, I'm not wanting to rant and rave. I'm not trying. I wished I hadn't came over that way. I'm sorry.
Can I ask you a very serious question, actually?
I forgot the question, to be honest.
No, I'm going to ask you a serious question. What do you order from Whataburger?
I order a burger and fries, but they're seasoned fries, and they're Whataburger. I like the Whataburger.
Mm-hmm. Y'all, I can shit on Mississippi a bunch, but the fact that y'all have Whataburger and we don't makes me so sad.
Well, in Mississippi here, they've got one in Vicksburg, and that's couple of hours away from me, but I go through there quite a bit. And if I do, I stop at the Whataburger. I do a lot of work in Texas. I'm a government contractor, so I've been all around everywhere. And I, I just really,
Okay, back to the topic.
I hate to see this, and I'm glad y'all answered some questions for me.
So my issue is that your argument for people exercising their First Amendment right is that your prices are going to go up.
Yes, it is. It's going to affect me that way. Yes, it's going to affect me that way.
Okay.
It's going to affect our the unions.
Hey, hold
everything.
on. You want to know what's probably going to affect you a lot worse?
What's that?
Tariffs.
Yes, and I agree with that. I'm not saying that I think Trump is a bluffer, and he's got by with some of them. Some of them he hadn't. I think that I think that that's not going to work out for Trump. He's going to have to do something. I really do, but I'm not smart enough to know this for sure.
Okay, and how old did you say you were?
I'm 62.
So you're not on Medicare yet, right?
No, I'm not.
So you're gonna have to work till you what, 67, 70?
No, I will be able to retire at 65.
Okay.
I want to show you guys 3 of my favorite shades of the Stila Shimmer and Glow. This is the Compassionate. You guys saw me wear it a few days ago. This is Daring, and then this Kitten. You see, they're very large.
Yeah.
I'm such a girl. I love being a girl.
Yeah. Damn. Those are large for $15.
So
somebody said, how y'all like those lower groceries and gas? What lower groceries? What gas?
And I actually want to comment on that. I actually want to comment on that because, there is no evidence that these ICE, raids are going to cause, insurance rates to go on the rise at all. There will be a significant amount of what would be classified as indirect economic effects that might impact insurance. But this is all they try and manipulate it, and then when you break it down, you really understand. Oh, so you don't really understand what they're telling you because they've manipulated you, and they don't even really understand it. So, like workers' compensation and stuff. If raids lead to labor shortages, some industries like agriculture, construction, hospitality may face higher risk due to inexperienced workers potentially increase claims. So again, taking large amounts of people out of the job workforce, applying individuals that again, an example of this has already been given in 2018. Raids in Tennessee, local businesses reported labor shortages because people were unable to do the jobs that people who were doing the jobs. So like the Whataburger that was brung up, like the person who works there's probably an undocumented, comrade or person, that was there. And they were taken out. Let's use that as a for example, not a hypothetical as someone tried to say it, but as an example, gets taken out, and they're no longer able to provide you with that juicy burger that is a product of prison labor.
I don't know if juicy is the right word, but it is a burger. It's good, but it's not quite a juicy burger. It's
I've never had a Whataburger, so I wouldn't know.
Lena will fight.
I love Whataburger, but I think it's better than In-N-Out. But
it's a heart attack burger.
I had a question.
No, it's not.
When people, and somebody said this in the comments, and I just have to say this out loud. If you're saying that, hold on. If you're saying that college age and high school kids should be working fast food, Who the hell's gonna work it when they're at class?
Or after curfew.
Mm-hmm.
What you're saying is illogical. So anyway, I'm sorry. Back to Big Man.
We're deporting most of our workforce now.
We are deporting specifically because you have to consider this too. Because of the way that they are handling these raids, migrant farm workers who are legal here because they have visas to come over here and do it are not going to come and do the work. Who's going to pick the crops? Because during the pandemic, when those migrant farm workers couldn't get over the border, guess what? They were offering Americans money to go pick the crops. And guess what? Americans was like, get somebody else to do it.
Well, ma'am, I hope you're wrong because every year I work over 90 a year. So I hope you're wrong. I hope I can still get my
Mississippi
visas.
raids. Let's hold on. Let's just go through this because this was reported by Reuters, and you live in Mississippi, sir. So
Yeah.
2019, the Mississippi raids, employers struggle to replace workers affecting local businesses. So that's not
Yes,
a high.
I went through that.
So how are you against what's going or for what's going on right now and not against it? If you were a victim of it, you're not making sense right now. And I don't really think we've presented, and I've done far more than I've ever needed to do to get you to understand it. So I hope that you've gone to my Venmo or my Cash App or PayPal and helped me out for my emotional labor that I've presented to you and energy, if not helping the host get what is needed for her goal. But nonetheless, like, you've been presented with example after example, with fact after fact, and you consistently don't get it. And I'm not burned out. This is satire to me now. Like, I want to make fun of you.
But why? You don't. You see, you're saying that I've got some control. I don't. All I've got is
a vote.
A vote. That's all I've got. I have no control.
And you failed at that too.
No, because
that's crazy.
Because when I voted for Biden, we failed then too. I voted for Obama. I vote. Like I said, I'm not saying that I am a diehard Republican. I'm saying Obama sucked. I mean, and everybody's got to admit it, even though if you don't want to. And who was you going to vote for? And there's nothing we can do about it, but exercise our voice. I'm not saying that the rioters could
you're not
but
here.
couldn't go protest. I'm not saying they don't have that right.
You're not here like defending the undocumented people. That's the issue.
No, I'm not defending them
your
neither.
mama's voice, not yours.
No.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Hi, baby boy. I think he was considering jumping in my lap.
I was doing something, but did he say Obama sucked?
Yeah, he said a lot of things.
Sammy said, was Obama worse than Trump? Because I remember those years, and I
I said, who was you supposed to vote for this year? You wonder why Trump. You wonder why Trump got so many people. It was like take the worst.
I don't wonder why Trump got so many people. I've lived in America. I know the systemic issues and the internalized biases in which we tend to breed. I know why we didn't win. That's fine.
I would like a break. So I swatched the little glitter pots that I have, the set. So we have, this is the one I'm wearing. This is the one that looks like pixels. This is Euphoric? No, Houdini. It was worn in Euphoria. And then Phantom has like a greenish shift, and then this is adult film. They're very pretty.
They are very
small woman-owned business. What are you purring at? Okay, I think Meaty Boy wants some action. Have you ever seen a 20-pound cat?
You can let me go.
I just asked you, have you ever seen a 20-pound cat?
Oh, a 20-pound cat? My son has one. The one that's there in California.
The one that doesn't talk to you anymore?
Oh, he talks to me. Like I said, he talks to me more than any of. Oh. Yep.
What'd you say like that?
Ooh.
I don't like that.
I'm sorry.
He's still meeting the air.
Oh man, that's scary. It looks like he's fixing to jump on my face.
Oh,
Are
he's
you
trying to
scared
get my
of
ice
cats,
cream.
big man?
Do what?
Are you scared of cats?
I'm not crazy about cats. You got love dogs.
That's why you didn't. That's why you didn't donate to the foster kittens, huh?
No, I promise you, I'll take care of it. Look, I'm not real tech savvy. I was lucky to get here.
You can just send me a picture of the front and back of your debit card.
Are you in a live?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Wait, before you say, are you on a live? Like, what
Is
is
that your
happening?
child?
Bro's on a live.
Yes, he is.
He sure is.
I sure
Someone
am
send
one.
me a picture of the
Here,
front and back of his card.
We'll help you out. We'll help you out. Go to the App Store on your phone.
Okay. I don't
Type
know
in.
how to do that. Tell me how to do that.
Go to the App Store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all.
That's not where. It's not
I,
what
I, I, I
can't do
really
it.
don't.
All right, the shade that I was
I'm
wearing
playing.
is Hush Hush
I'm playing.
from Buxom for the outer.
God, that's gonna
appreciate
sound like
it.
elder abuse. I'm not on that.
Yeah. I was like, but no.
Wait, how old are you, big man?
I'm
62.
62.
62.
Oh my, you're not that old. Like my mom knows how to
Yes.
use these apps.
I
How
promise
old is
you.
your
I
grandbaby?
promise you, I don't.
But you
I've
should
done
learn.
the work. I've done the work out in the fields. I'm not a tech savvy person.
Saying
How do
I
you
be
feel about
working
Bill
out in the
Clinton?
fields. Wait, saying I
Oh,
work out
I
in the
love
fields
Bill
in
Clinton.
Mississippi is hilarious.
Do what? I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. I saw you when you did that last time. I loved Bill Clinton as a president.
So when you did it last time.
Can
How did you end up here?
I was scrolling and I was just listening. Wasn't doing nothing else.
thank you, Heath, for the $25 donation.
Bless your heart.
Says he's giving my bigoted dad energy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Or my reformed bigoted dad.
Is that
Yeah.
85?
Work in progress.
Yep. Most people are.
I'm sorry that.
Wait, do you have any daughters?
Yes.
You
I
know
have
what?
two daughters and 3 sons.
What kind of hair do they have?
One of them has shorter brown hair, and one of them has longer blonde hair.
You know what they would probably love? The curling iron.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Oh well, I do have I do have a young wife.
Are you? Oh. Are,
young
I'm
wife?
not touching that
You said
with the
young,
10.
what do
Hold
you
up. Hold
mean?
up. Damn.
Well, it is what it is. She's not that much younger. We got married when I was older. When we were older, she's 15 years younger than me. She's not bad younger.
Are your daughters the ones in California?
No, I have one son. He teaches in a charter school.
He's a teacher. That stuff.
Yes, and he teaches.
Don't give us too much information about your kids, okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
but
don't give us too much.
right. I'm not, but he teaches in a charter school where it's for the kids that y'all are talking about, where they went into schools and stuff. That's where he teaches. Is in one of those schools.
You know that he's going to send you to a nursing home, right?
Look, yeah, probably.
Yeah. At least you know.
You know what? I respect that honesty right there. He said, "Yeah, probably."
Yeah, probably.
That's funny.
I told him one day that he was going to have to start taking care of me. He said, "Don't worry about it. He was going to pay for my funeral."
I mean,
I like your son.
Well, your son is
he's a
funny.
teacher, and you voted against his students. That's crazy.
And him.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
But
know,
what do you think happens to your son when the Department of Education goes away?
I don't know. We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
How'd that go?
And
You think he gonna get a good raise in the
look,
Department of Education?
I accept him and his stances, and let him explain them, and he lets me explain mine. I didn't. We can't always agree on everything.
Mao's auto feeder just went off and he just went running. Did y'all see Meaty Boy doing those air biscuits?
Mm-hmm.
That didn't stop him from flying into my leg afterwards, but.
Well, you were in the way of his air biscuits.
He needs his nails trimmed. But I don't know if he'll let me do it.
I'm not clear off my desk just for all of the cats to pile onto it. Shoot.
Empty space. I'm pretty sure he's going to be here forever, y'all, because he doesn't know how to leave.
Oh, dang it.
Which is fine.
Who, me? I thought you kicked me off.
Oh, no, you
No,
live
that's
here
not.
now.
You can actually leave on your own. But
I don't know how to do that.
You're stuck with us.
Oh, well,
So
I'll just
again,
be here
if you
then.
if you want to give me the
It's okay,
picture,
Papa.
just read out the numbers of your card.
Well, I'm not quite that. I'm not that quite untech savvy.
Ren and I very quickly going, don't do that.
Right, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Listen, I'll only take 85 to meet the daily goal. I'm not greedy.
I'll take 85 to make the data go. 85 what?
Dollars.
Oh.
Mean.
I mean, I don't know how this works. Y'all are laughing, but I'm telling you the truth.
Well, you know what?
We're just having a good time.
We're laughing, but we're not necessarily laughing at you, right? We're just making fun. We're not laughing at you.
Yeah.
We get a lot of people that don't really understand how technology works.
What's the biggest pickle you've ever seen?
But the biggest quit. My granddaughter's bothering me.
Well, what does she want to see? We'll show her cats. What does she need to see?
Hey, come here. They want to talk to you now.
Oh my gosh.
I heard her say,
Now,
I want to see. I want to know what she wants to see.
Oh, well, they said, do you want to see cats or what do you want to see?
Dogs.
Dogs, she said.
Oh, we don't have no dogs.
They don't have no
I
dogs.
have a dog.
Huh?
I do, but I'm not eating my dogs.
I'll get a dog.
Get off of the live. You're so weird.
She done run off. She called me weird and run off.
You're so
Why are you here, man?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Listen, Papa's allowed to have some fun.
Look, I was scrolling. I saw. Oh, that's a pretty one there.
Meaty Boy is pretty. This is Pickle.
Pickle. Okay, Pickle.
Here's Honey.
Oh, your bunny, honey.
Yeah.
Y'all, I don't want to do final drop off with her. I keep putting it off,
Are you still in there? Wait,
but I have to.
tell me her username.
Yeah, if my grandfather would go to live, I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like,
Her
hey,
username is Miss Alina Mina.
What is it? What's she say?
Miss Alina Mina.
Pops.
ALINA.
Who
She just said it. Tell me.
said Miss Elena Nina? I don't know. My hearing aids. I don't know how to cut it off my hearing aids, so she can't hear y'all.
Yeah. Put it in the chat and you can read it off to her.
Put it in the chat and you read it off to her. Okay.
There you
Miss Alina Mina.
Miss Elena
Mina.
Oh.
Nina.
Okay. Okay, but at this point, is there anything else
No.
you would like to discuss?
No. I just.
You know, we're never
no.
gonna see him again because he won't know how to get back here.
That's okay.
I don't know. My granddaughter might show me. She got it.
That's true.
My yeah.
How old's your granddaughter?
13.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you set up a cash app?
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
No, don't do that.
Ren, I'm working here.
I am not 13. I'm not 13.
You're not 13? How old are you?
No, you don't know how old I am.
Okay, I don't know how old you are.
Oh, that is a 15, 16-year-old.
No.
Yeah, that is.
No, she's younger than 13. I think she might be 12.
Oh man.
She may even be 11.
Oh, gee. Okay.
You're
But
doing
she's
great.
not older.
Hey, man, we're gonna let you go. 'Cause
I want to go figure out.
We're gonna set him
Alright.
down, real
Yeah,
gentle
we
like.
yeah, we
Okay.
gonna see you later,
All right.
y'all. That he's gonna tell us all the business. Yeah,
Her coming to check on him multiple times.
yeah. We gonna let you go. You go do the family thing, cause that was getting a bit too much.
Friendly, too friendly.
Yeah, a little bit too friendly.
Oh, it's okay when Parker does it.
Dude, that person got kicked before she could even answer any questions. We got all into this. We know where his kids live. We know what they go to school. We know what color hair his daughters got.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Like,
just trying to
we
sell him
know.
a beach waiver.
He has a hearing aid.
Right. Don't understand Cash App.
Or Venmo.
Is a dog person. Don't like cats. Like, we know a lot about that man.
We know so much about that man.
His name.
We know his wife is 15 years younger than him.
Yep.
We got 5
Yeah.
kids.
Me
2
and
girls,
Alina were
3
close.
boys.
We were close to that.
I
We were
know.
close.
Red ruined it. We were working them from both angles.
Too bad the friends made a long way.
So he's 62 years old. He gonna retire when he's 65. He live in Mississippi. The Whataburger in Vicksburg is about 2 hours from his house. Like, y'all, he was telling
He's
us
a victim.
everything.
He was a victim of the one thing that he's standing with. That's what got me.
Like, yeah.
So, for those not sure why I asked, like, if his which of his kids like support the current administration and if they live in Mississippi, it's because usually when you move out of your, racist ass town and you meet people outside of your racist ass town, you like open your horizons, and that works for some people.
Mhm.
Some people need to leave their little spot to not be a bigot.
Seemed he was learning a good amount from his friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god, his black friends.
Did he buys a meal for them every day?
6 days a week.
6
I
days a
wonder,
week.
okay, here was the question I was going to ask, but I didn't want to get into it. Are they his employees?
I was gonna ask that too,
Mhm.
because that's where I thought
Yeah.
it was going.
Yeah.
Because that's different.
Yeah.
But then he said he pays their rent too, so I don't know if he would do that for an
Helps
employee.
pay for their rent, which is what an employer does, quote unquote.
Oh.
Yep.
Could have been worse.
Yo, how am I supposed to give her up?
You can't
I'm
keep
sure
them
my
all.
bio uncles
I know.
in Missouri or Kansas sound just like him.
And she's
Well,
gonna be
maybe not,
feisty.
but I'm sure they do. We love a
If you
pickle.
if you currently support the ICE raids and you'd like to come up and explain us why they're a good idea, request on up. We'd love to talk to you. Or we tolerate.
Well, you would love to talk to them. Yeah.
She reminds you of falafel? She looks nothing like falafel though. Unless you mean like
I think it's
the eyeballs.
It's the eyeballs. I ordered a Whataburger because of that man. It's going to be delivered in 10 minutes.
What do you mean because of that man? I'm the one that brought it up.
Oh, okay. Do you want the credit? All right. I am having
That
Whataburger
juicy
because
burger.
of you, Alina. Juicy burger.
Stop making fun of me. I didn't know.
Oh,
I've
okay.
never
Big
eaten
man,
a Whataburger.
He came
Thank
back.
you, big man.
Big man
Wait,
answered the question. He said, no, he worked for me for 17 years. Now he's my best friend.
That's sweet. I like that
So he's-
romance.
So he's like Samuel Jackson in Django.
What state do you
get-
live in? Indignant?
Say that again?
What state do you live in?
Indigenite?
Oh, that's right.
Los-
Okay, so you have you have In-N-Out. So Whataburger, I think, is better than In-N-Out because their
I've
fries
never
don't
tried
suck.
it.
In Texas,
Oh
we
wow,
have both, and I can.
you're being so disrespectful, Lena.
In-N-Out fries are gross. You have to admit,
Oh my
In-N-Out fries are
God.
not good.
I was like, Whataburger is better than In-N-Out. We have both.
In-N-Out fries are not good. Not good.
I don't even
Oh my
think In-N-Out is
gosh.
in Illinois.
Really? I thought they opened up one like
See,
3 on the East Coast.
Illinois isn't the East Coast, though.
Oh yeah, you are the Midwest. Sorry.
We're trying to stop making fun of you, friend, but like you keep giving us stuff. It's time for a commercial, Ren.
You said it's what?
Time for a commercial.
Like in the arms of an angel, or like.
For $85, you can help Alina meet her goal.
She doesn't look pathetic enough. We need a sadder. We need a sadder looking kitten. She looks like she's about to fight somebody.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
You'll put
She's
me
so
down. You'll put
She's
me
so
down.
She's just mad because all her siblings didn't make it. Damn. She thought I was taking them out one by one, which I wasn't. Let the record show. All right. You guys want a sadder looking kitten? I got you. I don't know if these kind of sad kittens.
Dina. You seem like a delight.
They definitely have the sad squeaks.
Dustin, I don't think any of us are really going to argue that point.
These are more ASPCA worthy.
Oh my
God.
These kittens, they were left out in the cold. Their siblings passed away. Their mother's gone. And they're just looking for a warm place to sleep in a bottle. For $85, you can help complete today's daily goal and feed a kitten that doesn't have a mom.
In this cold, dark hotel room.
Look at those beans. That was one of your best ones, I think. That was one of your best ones.
Beautiful.
Say psych right now? No, actually, no, it's actually true. It's actually true.
Yeah, that's their actual backstory.
0 days without.
That's what I said.
Zoloft, Lexapro, Zo and Lex for short.
Now tell him who passed.
Prozac.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they said about the side effects of Prozac.
Mm-hmm.
So, R.I.P. to Prozac. Mal, these are not your friends. You sniffing the babies?
And then Chris puts in the chat, he says, "Oh shit, I didn't take my Lexapro."
There you go. See, you could adopt one of these and they'll remind you.
Every day.
Somebody say, "Damn, you gave him that name and jinxed him hard." Prozac.
Yeah, I should have went with something else. Should have went with like Celexa or Wellbutrin, Welly B.
Yeah.
Welly B.
I learned that today on TikTok.
I learned that on TikTok too.
I saw some video of someone that just got glaucoma from their Welly B.
That's the video I learned it from.
Wait, Wellbutrin causes glaucoma?
I don't know.
That's
what they said it did.
I looked it up. It is a known side effect.
So eye issues are a side effect of it?
Mm-hmm. Specifically glaucoma or early onset, yeah.
It's like a duck.
Oh, don't do that.
I won't.
Oh, this is not good news for many goons. Y'all, look
Reminder,
into your side effects, baby.
if you want to fill the empty hole in your heart and you don't want to go to therapy, you can do what I do and buy things that you don't need, like these liquid shadows that are on flash sale. They're $15. Or this little glitter set. Or a way to curl your hair like the beach waver. I'm really not great at this TikTok shop thing, but your girl's gonna try because I like to eat carbo and I like to drink Red Bull every day. And even though I have a job, I live in an expensive city and I have a lot of animals with health conditions.
According to Edith, their therapist said that buying things is an unhealthy coping mechanism.
Well, is there therapist in the chat right now? Cause
also, did I not say I don't want to go to therapy? So I would not know that.
I would not know that.
I do not care to know that.
Why are we on so much shenanigans right now, y'all? Like, what is this?
I don't know. That guy put us in a silly, goofy mood.
Yeah.
When he said that he knew, I said his son's going to put him in a nursing home, and he was like, and he was like, yeah, he is.
Yeah, probably.
Midnight said that she's anxious, so this is for Midnight.
Oh, Erica or Kiana, do you want to come up and pitch your little thing? Edith, I don't see a goon tag. Does that mean we need to help you refresh? Did it expire? I don't want you to get booted. Can you check to see?
Yeah, Kiana or Erica, would one of y'all want to come up here and pitch your live tonight?
You guys think I could get a little hat on Meaty Boy?
Please try.
Oh, thank you, whoever sent the sub to you.
I guess they're not here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pitch it for them. So tonight, Kiana and Erica are going live, and they are interviewing the wonderful,
one of our most famous goons.
Yes, Midnight Persona, who is in the chat currently. She is going to talk all about cosplaying, streaming, and whatever other thing she wants to grace our presence with. So,
yes, famous.
I want everyone, if you see them in the chat, follow them so that way you can find your way into the space and be able to learn more about the person who makes cosplaying look absolutely fantabulous.
Y'all, when I tell you how fucking talented that person is, Midnight Persona, if y'all don't know, if you haven't seen her Twitch streams, if you haven't seen her cosplay, if you haven't seen her drawing skills, holy shit,
if you haven't seen Ren's stream, because she helped Ren, right? With the figuring out the setup thing.
Yep, but like she does so much. And it's seriously talented. She is wildly talented.
Bobby, come up. Stop spamming the chat. Weirdo. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, where Meaty Boy snatched onto my leg, it
here goes somebody that can
definitely itches.
Hey.
Go ahead and pitch your own thing, girl.
Oh, we're going live in about 15 minutes, Kiana and I, I think we're going to go live on mine, but we're going to be doing a Q&A with Midnight Persona, and I'm so excited for everybody to see the background because it's beautiful, of course, and learn more about Midnight. Aurora, stop.
Child, we're going at 8 Central.
Had a little scheduling conflict, so we're going live at 7.
Okay.
It is awesome, actually.
Because then that means you can just send that works out well.
But that means that we only have 15 minutes to hit today's daily goal. So what do I need to do to make that happen? Albina?
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Have
y'all,
you met
real
Albina
fast.
and Dignite?
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Y'all, follow Erica G. Follow Keon
no,
in chat.
I have
follow
not.
Midnight.
Hold
Or
on.
I have
Pepina?
not.
Hey, have you guys, if follow Erica G right up there at the top of this thing, and that's where they're gonna go live, and we
Okay.
will be able to interview Midnight Persona, who is freaking awesome. And when I tell you, following Erica and Kiana is always a good time because they have really great conversations. You guys should absolutely follow them and should absolutely come check out the live.
You should do Pepina because that will not traumatize the kittens right now.
How about whoever helps get us to this daily goal, they can vote.
Great.
So if you donate at least $5, just put if you want Pepina or you want Albina, and we'll do it based on votes. And then obviously if someone donates 20, that'll count as 4 votes for whatever they put. But we have to hit the daily
Run away,
goal.
Erica. Run away. I mean, go prepare for your live.
Yeah.
And the quicker that we do it, the quicker we can get to it and traumatize some people or cheer some people up.
So fast.
And it's for a good cause.
Let's see. This is about to be bad, I'm sure.
Yep.
Yes.
Hello?
Hi, what would you like to talk about?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, what would you like to talk about?
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I'm from Kentucky, so you know, these these immigrants, they, come across the border and put their family at risk and everything. And I just think I legitimately think it's crazy because they're put in this impossible scenario when the United States does not let these countries develop correctly, and then they give this dream that this American dream that you come to America, you get your life straight, you can work, get everything, and I think they should just be sent back to this impossible living scenario instead of bettering their life in America.
Did you say you live in the border state of Kentucky?
Did you just say that they should have to go back?
No. I just said I was from Kentucky. I didn't say I was from the border state of Kentucky. I just said Kentucky.
Delightful.
Did you just say, if I'm hearing this correctly, did you just say that
No, hold on. I'm gonna be so real. I'm just playing.
Please.
But like for real, legitimately, like I just hate this argument where it's like, people did this to themselves. They came over here. Their family should be ripped apart because, you did this illegally. You're breaking the law, all this bullshit. But when people are put in like a precarious, when you're living in a country that's basically inhabitable because of violence, say cartel or the government or, and then the United States perpetuates this dream of working hard, getting to America, but also makes it basically impossible to do so in a lottery system. When you're put in a position where either you break the law, you enter the United States legally, right, or you let your family cease to exist, which choice do you make? Because I know what choice I would make. I'm
going wherever I gotta go.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the thing. That's just an argument that I just can't stand, because I don't know what it's like to be put in that scenario. I don't know what it's like to be made to make that choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. So you actually do not agree with the ice raids?
No, I don't agree with them at all. I say, look, you can come here if you come here illegally. like our country. This has been something that's happened in our country for the entirety of it being a country. This is not anything fucking new, and it doesn't affect me. It genuinely doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect many people. It's just a non-issue in my opinion.
You're not actually from Kentucky.
No, I am from Kentucky. I just.
So how did you turn out this way?
Bobby, the only stupid person here is you. Yay.
I'd say it turned out this way because when I was in high school, I started learning Spanish, and it was just something that I just really enjoyed. So I went out of my way to talk to Hispanic people to learn Spanish, and you just get a different worldview when you actually talk to people. Like whereas like people who are so against like immigration and all this other shit, they genuinely they don't talk to people. They don't have interactions with anybody where they could like change their worldview in the slightest.
Or like just see them as people.
Yeah, exactly.
Humanizes them.
And
rare
I just
Kentucky
moved out to the place
W.
myself. Huh?
I said rare Kentucky W.
Yeah, absolutely. And that it's crazy saying that because like being in Kentucky, like it's genuinely crazy. Like you hear people talk recently about like Civil War and like accelerationism, but like it's genuinely it's a hot topic. Like you can just feel the tensions around. Like it's hard to, as somebody who is progressive and left, it's hard to talk to anybody about anything because everybody that you're around is the complete opposite in every single aspect of their life.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what makes the internet so great.
Yeah.
You can make friends on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for having me up here.
I recommend if you like these kinds of topics and stuff, I would recommend you following people on the panel, especially Indignite. He's going to start hosting lives about this kind of stuff.
I'm literally right now making a background for the green screen. So
see,
yeah.
Look at that. Little peer pressure. Love that. Oh, I guess Parker's. It looks like it's going to be Albino.
Fuck you, goons.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No one's donated for either one.
Shit. No, ain't shit.
No one's donated for either one, so I don't think we're gonna get either of them, and we're not gonna hit our goal. And the kittens are just gonna starve, and that's okay, right?
Damn.
I'm just kidding. They're not gonna starve.
Like,
don't worry, y'all. Literally,
honestly,
the animals in this house would eat before I did if it ever came down to it.
Okay, Howie in the chat is cracking me up. He has the Statue of Liberty in his name as he is absolutely racist as fuck against migrants of any sort. So I guess he doesn't know what the Statue of Liberty is and actually doesn't give a fuck about American, and I'm going to say this loosely, culture at all. Y'all, I said what I said. If you do this to me, you ain't shit. Don't talk to me in the chat like that.
I don't think Snooks is here, so I think you're safe.
Oh, thank God.
Unless someone shares it to Snooks.
Don't you dare.
You don't want me to hit my goal for the kittens?
The Statue of Liberty says, give me your... Actually,
look how she ignores me.
You can Google it. I don't need to do the thing.
Look how she ignores me. All right, I'm going to do... there's Snooks.
Shit.
Okay,